All right, guys, good evening. Welcome back to the Transatlantic Professional Team Championship. This is Game 7. Welcome on another Sunday evening. So very delighted to have all of you here on Twitch following this game. I'm Stephen Hu once again, so excited to join the commentary today with Mr. Cornel Burzo, a Twitch legend, a Romanian amateur 7 dan. So yeah, great to have you here, Cornel.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me. It's a great honor to finally be able to comment one of the pros professional games. So this is hopefully going to be an exciting match, especially that is the 7th match. So it's 3-3 so far. And the 7th game, it's always an important game, especially it's like in tennis, right? When you win the 7th game, you can hope winning the set. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. This is actually a very exciting match we have before you guys tonight. As you know, the score is actually 3-3 between Team EGF and Team AGA. This is actually the first time ever the European professionals and North American professionals have clashed with each other online in the real tournament. So this is very exciting stuff indeed. So tonight we're actually going to find out who takes a 4-3 lead either way. And for sure, we will have a game 8 already. That's already confirmed for you. That's next Sunday. That's 7th of July. But of course, let's first get into this match. This game 7 between Artem Kachanovskyi, the 2-dan professional from Ukraine, up against Eric Louis, who's won 3 on the bounce now from the United States. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Let's try and see if we can get them on the line. Well, maybe we'll start with Eric first, the defending, the king of the hill so far. Eric, are you here?
Yes, Steven, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, we're very excited to see you play once again. I know you've won 3 in a row now, so is the clean sweep still on? Are you still planning to go 5 in a row?
Well, anything's possible, but we'll see what happens.
Sure. Did you prepare anything before this match, or just relaxed?
I didn't do anything special.
Oh, he's confident.
He's not leaving out any secrets.
Yeah. Well, you know he's good at reading, so it'll be fine. All right. Anyway, Eric, good luck on the match. We wish you the best against Artem, and hopefully see you on the other side of the game.
Hey, thank you, Stephen.
All right. So that was Eric, the man who's in form in this championship so far. He's won 3 in a row, but of course we will hear from his opponent today. Also a very strong professional player, Artem Kachanovskyi, the 2-dan professional from Ukraine, who's actually just fresh back from China, I believe. Artem, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks.
So how was the C League? Did you had a good time there?
The C League was fine. I think we showed better results than previous year, and I'm going to write an article soon about it.
Right. So how did you do?
I won 3 games. Ilya and Pavel won 2 games. Mateusz won 1 game, and in total, as a team, we won 1 match. We had 2 draws.
Wow.
We lost 4 other matches.
That's nice. So you're not going to disappoint Europe tonight, right?
I hope so.
You're sharp. Did you prepare anything today against Eric? He's a pretty tough opponent. I think he's won 3 games in a row now. Did you make any preparations to his style?
No, I only prepared mentally.
Aha. Oh, so both players are confident.
Did you have a long walk from China, or what was the preparation? Or several flights?
Yeah, several flights from China.
That's still good.
All right. Well, we'll wish you the best of luck tonight against Eric. Hopefully, it's going to be an exciting game, and hopefully, we'll see you after you win the game in the winner's interview.
Thank you.
All right.
Good
cool.
luck.
So that was those are the 2 professional players fighting on the Go bond tonight. Of course, very exciting stuff. We're just gonna take a short break as they set up the game at OGS. Of course, in the meantime, the game link will be available in a couple of minutes. If you want to follow that, you can go to the OGS Go server, which is online-go.com, and we're going to be back at around, I think, in about 25 minutes when they start the game with more commentary with our friend Cornel Burzo 7 done. Stay tuned.
Yeah, sounds good. Cheers, one.
All right, welcome back from the break. This is the Transatlantic Professional Championship, Game 7 once again. The game has already been started, so once again for you guys on Twitch tonight, the commentary will be on the game between Eric Louis, the 1-dan professional from Team AGA, versus Artem Kachanovskyi, the 2-dan professional from Ukraine. The score right now is dead even, 3-3, so a very important match now. Whoever wins this game will determine which team gets first on the hill. This is what the language you use in these King of the Hill matches. So if you get first to 4 points, then that means the next match, if you win again, you just win the whole thing. So very, very exciting day for all of us Go fans, I'm sure. But of course, the game's already started. I thought before we start, Cornel, we can talk a bit about the players. You probably are a bit more familiar with Artem's style, right?
That's correct, yeah. Well, I meet Artem quite often in Europe, so and recently he's doing well. He's on fire. I heard that he just won like 3 games in the C League in China, so that's quite impressive against professionals there. He also did very well in the championship in Kido Cup, which he won.
Yeah.
We had a very exciting game there. I don't really want to remember it as I lost it by half a point after 3 hours or maybe 3 hours and a half hard work, but. Maybe, well, that's a game that shows that he deserves to be a professional, because I played in a way that I felt the game is going well for me, and towards the end I did a few careless mistakes, and I was a little bit clumsy counting the games, so he took the chance and he won it in the end by the smallest margin. And it felt sad, because I always had the feeling that I'm leading by a few points, and well, there's a difference between being an amateur and a professional. The professionals, they always try to count the score accurate. So that was a good lesson for me. And his style, it's usually solid, so and very patient. But he also enjoys fighting a lot. Maybe we're going to see some of his fighting style in this particular match against Eric, because he's also a pretty good fighter. I've seen in the last games that he managed Pavolisi, which is a well-known fighter, especially in Europe. And also he did pretty well against Ali, right from the beginning, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting match.
Yeah, definitely. I think in terms of winning records, Artem has won a lot of things this year. The Kido Cup, of course, you mentioned before. But actually earlier this year, he also won the European Professional Championship back in Jena. Yeah. That was back in March. So that was a very big tournament for him. That was his first ever professional championship win. And then after that, he came second in the Grand Slam, of course, second to Mateusz there. I would actually say in terms of records this year, he and Mateusz are the 2 kind of in-form European players. Of course, Eric as well. Eric has actually represented the U.S. in many international championships, and he's usually the U.S. representative there, and of course, so far in the Transatlantic, he is the man with the momentum. In a match like this, when you keep winning games, you just feel like you're on a good roll. Yeah, for sure.
Artem is having a really good season so far. That's definitely. And we'll see what happens in the European Championship in less than 3 weeks. We will play the team championship, and Artem is going to be probably one of the players in Ukraine team for the finals.
Yeah.
And then the main event, the individual championship. Those are like the 2 biggest events left to play in Europe for this year, or at least for the summer.
And then everyone wants to become European champion, of course.
Of course, everybody does.
Yeah, so that's of course that's going to be in late July. Just so you know, we're going to be streaming on EGF Twitch. So stay tuned for that, of course. But in the meantime, the game's already started, so we can try to catch up a little bit in terms of the Fuseki there.
They play extremely fast the first few moves, maybe because they are both familiar with the early Sansan invasion, so they embrace the AI style of play a lot. So let's replay and catch up a little bit here.
Okay. Yeah, so far this is very AlphaGo-esque.
Yeah, the second move of the game, it's already a Sansan invasion.
Yeah.
So Alpha Reader, it's extremely aggressive, as we can see. Would you play the Sansan invasion on the second move as black?
It's certainly one of the options, right? I think I've seen Koji play this a couple of times. Of course, I don't follow all the professional games, but it's definitely a possibility.
So
and of course,
I think most of the players would take one of the empty corners. So usually it's either a Hoshi or a Komoku like this, or it can be a Komoku this way. But if you think about the traditional style of play, and maybe it's also about the style of the player or his feeling during this particular match, maybe, well, I don't know if most of the players will go for the empty corner, but nowadays it's really trendy to play San. So, but what I want to say is actually that if you go for the empty corner like this and white is taking another corner, you still have the option to invade San, right? I mean,
actually, it's still black center.
One of the Sans are available. In this case, both of them, because I put a Hoshi in the top left corner. But let's say white is taking a Komoku, 3-4 points. So in that case, you only have one Sansan available to invade. So you can still get to it, but it's move 5 of the game, not move 3. But maybe he was really impatient about this Sansan invasion.
Well, it creates a kind of a shock effect, right, in the beginning of the game. So
it's hard to say because nowadays everybody likes to play Sansan right away. So it's nothing so shocking anymore. I mean, if this would have happened like 3 or 4 years ago, you would say, "Wow, it's really unusual." But after AlphaGo, it's really common, right?
Sure.
It's probably the first move that the pros and the top players are considering these days. When they see a Hoshi, they want to jump in.
It'd be almost weird if you didn't play the 3-3.
Yeah, I remember in the past, for example, so you're supposed to play like Q3 or R4, but then from time to time you would see a Kakari right away. And then I think this used to happen when they enjoy playing this particular Fuseki pattern, which is the mini Chinese Fuseki.
The good old days, huh?
Yeah, well. This formation, I think it used to be played maybe for the last 20 or 25 years, like pretty much non-stop. Maybe 75% of the games played as black had this pattern. So maybe in those times, like early 2000, you would see players trying to go for the mini Chinese formation, but changing the order of the moves. So that's why they are probing with this Keima approach. So they play a Kakari on the corner, and then they go back to the Komoku, and so they just switch the order, but they get to the same pattern. So that used to be kind of trendy, but now San became a trend, so you see it played right away.
Yeah, this is actually by far, I think we used to have like 3 super complicated Jusekis in the beginning, right? There was the Avalanche, there was the Taisha, there was the Magic Sword, but now it's all come down to like the 3-3, which is the most, well, it actually used to be one of the easiest Jusekis, but now it's like the most difficult of them all.
Also, in the past, you would see openings like this. Now that we're talking a little bit about the openings, so you see 2 Hoshi, 2 star points played by black and 2 star points played by white. So then you would see very often the Saren Sei. So just 3 star points on one side. And this usually leads to a Moyo game for black. Right. So if you're a cosmic style player like Takemiya, you would start like this, right?
My childhood favorite.
So Saren Sei
everybody loves this.
Yeah. And then probably another really famous Fuseki pattern was the Chinese opening, either low Chinese or high Chinese. Oh, my lights are still flashing in the room. That's strange. Sorry for that.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's focus on the game though.
Yeah.
So we had the Chinese, we had the 2 Hoshi, and then attack one of the corners. But back in the day, they never considered to play a Sansan invasion. They would always approach from the side, and then either slide and extend for a base, or then try to go for something more sophisticated like Keima here or no Keima. But you can see these things nowadays as well. They go Sansan or they approach and then they defend the corner just to prevent the Sansan invasion.
Yeah.
But let's see what happened in the game for the next.
Sure. Sure. I think White's going to block from either side now, right? That would make sense.
Yeah, he can block either side, and he can also ignore.
Okay.
But I guess if he plays in the empty corner like this,
Uh-huh.
he will face another Sun invasion. And if he plays here,
Oh
he
my
will get
God.
another Sun invasion, right?
It's never ending.
Probably Black was prepared for this kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he really enjoys taking territory right away, and then when the fight will start, he will try to handle it.
And that's one of the strategies.
Yeah. I played Eric maybe one time 3 years ago in the Samsung preliminary. I remember we had a very peaceful game back then, and I guess he played the Chinese opening against me back then. He was Black.
Yeah.
If I remember
Okay.
well. I played many tournament games since then, and we didn't really fight at all. Maybe we had one fight, but not so critical. And then I took the lead, and I managed to keep it till the end. It was a really small margin.
Yeah.
But I can't really say much about his style. Probably since then he improved, especially that he took this nickname Alpha Reader. So he has to be a big fan of AI, right?
Well, you should have seen his interview video. That's pretty funny. So he's definitely pretty confident in terms of winning this whole championship. And I think like you said, he's from my impression, he likes taking shortcuts. Like he likes trying to play the fast move. So sometimes he gets advantage against some players who might be actually playing airing more on the Hante side. For example, in his game against Ali, Ali is a player who typically would take like the normal move that makes sense, right? But in that game, actually Eric was able to get ahead from the very beginning. This is actually going to be another one of these occasions where you think, for example, Artem would be the more Lee Chang-ho-esque type of player. Right? He wouldn't rush around taking all the big moves on the board so early in the game. I think, according to Lisa Dahl, right, in his, I read one of his comments, and he basically said, Go is about a game. It's not about having your foot on a pedal all the time, right? So you just in the beginning, you just try to kind of stay even, and then hopefully in the later stages, when it's really decisive, you're gonna have a good chance.
That's true. I think many cube players in general, especially advanced cube players, they think that if they learn a trick Joseki, they can win the game in Fuseki, or they win it quite early, But in general, a Go game takes like 250 moves, so you have to have the patience to and to resist till the end. And instead of looking for shortcuts, you just try to keep the game as balanced as you can. And that's nice. You mentioned Lee Chang-ho, because his patience was like. One of his top skills, I guess. Many times he didn't start the game very well in the beginning, but he managed to catch up a lot towards the end. He was really famous for his endgame skills, and probably he still is. So let's see what happened here.
Sure.
They block on this side. They play quite a basic variation. So White took Sente, and he went away for an empty corner, and all the way here to give some support to his wall on the left side. So Black to go for the top left corner here.
Yeah. Okay. So now all the four corners are taken.
Right.
And this is typically what we do in the beginning of the game, right? We just take the corners, which are the easiest areas to control. Yeah.
And you notice that both White and Black took Hoshi, so star points, the 4/4 points in the corners. So they are probably ready for the Sun invasions, and they are very familiar with the new patterns. So
I have a feeling this is going to be another 3-3 coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. Okay, cool.
Maybe we should replay the game to the current move and then come back.
Yeah, sure.
So we can check some variations.
Yeah.
I really need to get the feeling of the flow of the game. Yeah, that's another simple variation where you just play the Keima and Black will leave it like this. He's got a wall of 3 stones, so now he can extend from it or just play away. But White took the corner, so. And that's Artem's style. He usually likes to take the points early on. It gives him some confidence to have some cash in the pocket and then go for some fight.
So speaking of the cash in the pocket, maybe we should remind people of the rule set we have, just in case some of you guys are not familiar with what we do here at the Transatlantic Championship. This is Japanese rules, and White has 6.5 komi. And for those of you who don't know what komi is it actually is some kind of compensation scheme for going second, of course, as white, because in the beginning goes a game in which black and white would take turns. Of course, if you play first, then you have a better chance of probably scoring more points. Which is why white has like a +6.5 next to him. Of course, also the time settings is actually an hour per player, plus 5 times of 1 minute Yomi. So actually, it's quite a long game. It's still very early stages for sure. So we're gonna be here as they progress, definitely. Yeah, but so far this is pretty peaceful.
Yeah, what happened so far? You see, black took 2 corners, white took 2 corners, and then they have some potential towards the side. So let's go back to the beginning. I'll jump back a little bit.
Yeah.
So what we see in the lower left corner, it's a joseki where white took center, so he grabbed the lower right corner. Then black went away. White invaded this corner. Yeah. Now you would expect like 3 moves usually for black to follow up here. So it's either the hane or the jump keima like this, or the nobi. And he played the nobi. So these are like the 3 moves you think about when you have a Sansan invasion and white is just pushing out. And I think he chose the most simple move because he really wanted to grab center and play on the left side. So as you said, it's really peaceful, and so far they try to keep the thing simple. Maybe it's because of the importance of the match. So whoever wins this one will put the team in the lead. So
definitely. Well, not at this time, not just in the lead, but 1 away from eventual victory. Right. Just keep in mind that there's actually 10,000 euros on the line here for the team who wins. Either it's going to be Team EGF or AGA. They will get 10,000 euros as the huge team prize, which is being dangled in front of them.
So for an online tournament. So
yeah.
And what happened here, it's one of the josekis you've seen a lot in those AlphaGo self-play games. Like every time white would play away from the lower left corner, black goes for Atari and descends. So like this, he refutes all those complicated variations where white plays a hane, and let's check, for example, let's go back a few moves. So instead of going here, if white was to decide for a fight in the lower left corner, you see many times the hane on the second line.
And that's one of the popular choices, I think.
Yeah, but maybe it's too early to decide what to play in this lower left corner. But if you just look at the position locally, white has 2 moves to think about: the double hane or the inside cut. Maybe this is one of the moves you see quite often nowadays. And then the squeeze and Atari, and take the stone on the left side. And like this, white is actually switching towards the left instead of the bottom. So he originally blocked the bottom side, and in the end, he will end up with the potential on the left if this kind of joseki happens. And this is actually one of the most popular follow-ups.
I call this the crucifix.
Makes sense.
Like
we had it in the game in Vienna. I didn't handle that game very well. Good on you. So
well, anyway, I got one that was lucky.
White doesn't really want to decide how to play in this corner. That's why he goes away. I think one of the first variations here, when they had the match between AlphaGo and Kajie, was double hane, and then black would take 1 stone. Because maybe we should show something for the low Q players in the audience, maybe the double digit Q or the new players. What happens after playing the hane exchange of 1-2, when black cuts like this, and he goes for the stone on the left side, white will simply sacrifice and kill the corner. So this is why he plays 1, in order to be able to use the double hane of 3. So this variation would be too nice for white locally. So that's why black cuts 1 stone at d2, and then if white answers, he can go for the left side like this. And this will result in a trade. So white will capture 1 stone, black will capture 1 stone. And in this case,
so black has a nice corner, doesn't he?
Yeah, but also white has a nice outside influence, especially capturing the Ponuki with 1, 5, and 9. he can extend all the way to the lower right corner and still feel confident about his potential towards the side. So, but of course, this is just locally, and before he's deciding what to play here, it's pretty good to go for the empty corner first. And when there is no action in this lower left corner, Black of course can decide to play Atari and descend, and now he tries to refute all those variations. So there will be no Hane and double Hane and so on.
So Cornel, one question for you. Normally we say in the beginning, we try to play on the third line, the fourth line, right? By principle, like in the old days. We say if you play a move in the second line, then it's actually kind of small, like, right? And not important. So why is the C2 move so important in this case?
Oh, you mean if
the descent?
You mean after the Atari exchange?
Yeah. So why is the C2 move so important?
Why C2 to go down here? We're talking about this variation now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, if Black plays away, so let's say he takes another corner, then White can come back to C2 in order to use those cuts. So just going down like that, it's Black is trying to avoid a shortage of liberties, because if you go back to this variation where White can cut and Black just takes a stone, of course that cut is just bait, you know. White will cut again and capture the 3 stones. So in that case, Black has to pay attention, and instead of blocking B2, he might play just here, right? Or he will play a hanging connection to get rid of the problems in that area. And in that case, he has to accept more reducing moves from the corner, and eventually White will go out, you know, for a moyo. This is an important point for both sides to play this Keiwa in the center. It's the junction of moyos. So when White extends here, Black will grab the point. It's a really urgent point. And maybe even for dumb players, it's sometimes hard to try to take an urgent point like E8 instead of a big point like K3.
I see.
So Black going down to the second line here is just a move to prevent all those troubles in the corner. And
it's pretty big by itself.
Yeah. Now, for example, if White cuts here and Black captures a stone, there is no follow-up in the corner for White. He can't do anything to capture those stones. This is extremely basic. I mean, you just count the liberties and you see that White is captured. He doesn't even have to play again. I mean, Black doesn't.
It's important though. We're gonna start somewhere. But when we start we always learn the liberty races.
Yeah, or you always lose the liberty races and you get in all kind of traps like that. But wait a second. So this happened quite early in the game, that Black fixed the lower left corner against all those variations with Hane and double Hane and so on. Another short variation I wanted to talk about here is the double Hane right away. So without playing the C2 in the corner. This comes back to what we've seen earlier. So Black can capture 1 stone, and now White will play Atari here, usually. Depending on the position, if there are other stones on the board, maybe it's more interesting to play the Hane in the corner, but that's just situational. So playing the Atari on the outside, what would you do as Black? Take or connect? This is always a question.
Yeah, I mean, guess it's a dilemma, right?
Yeah, especially for Q players. They don't know which is right. If you take, you say, okay, you can lose some points. And if you connect, you want to just build more. But, well, each move has its pros and cons. Usually you take right away. So you get rid of the Hajin in the corner. And then White can play Atari. Black either connects and he tries to resist. But what happens if Black connects here? Will White Atari or just Hane in the corner? We're back to the C2 move to see why it's important to descend. If Hane in the corner, Black has to protect.
Yeah, otherwise
or if this happens, just for the sake of example, then the exchange of 5-6 becomes a good exchange for White. So if we go back to the variation, so here, wait a second. When we play Atari, and oh no, wait, not the Atari, the Hane in the corner. So when Atari,
they would just Hane.
Yeah, Black will just capture and then Hane, and then this, and then Atari, and then connect. And when White pushes, Black will not connect C8. He will, I mean, he won't play the empty triangle. He will block, and no. So now you can see why in the other variation, it was really bad for black to accept the connection against the Atari when we had this option. If we compare the two. Okay, but these are already some kind of details.
Yeah, it's good to know, of course, for our viewers. I'm sure everyone's gonna encounter the 3-3 Joseki one day in their game. Right. So it's pretty essential, useful knowledge we're trying to teach everyone. So definitely a lesson worth reviewing maybe later. Of course, we'll be posting all these little clips, the commentaries on the AJ YouTube channel. So we still have a few that's yet to be posted. But of course, afterwards, you can retrieve all of this footage. So if you need to revisit Cornel's 3-3 recipes, then you can definitely do it again at a later point. But yeah,
so let's catch up a bit more with the game, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we can check what's happening in the game as a move 52 now. By the way, if you want to follow the games in real time, because we're always gonna take some time, of course, go over the variations. This is generally how we handle things. But if you want to follow the games in real time, you can go to the OGS server. There's a real link. If you go to the server right now, actually in the top right corner, you can already access the game from the banner. So that's where everybody is, basically. On a Sunday night, this is like the spectacle on the server. So you should be easy to find there. Of course, you can also root for favorite players as it goes. We're not even close to the mid game yet. I think so far it's pretty peaceful, unless I'm missing something. And yeah, if you want to root for
Joseki, of course.
Yeah, if you want to root for Eric and Artem, you can go ahead and do that in the polls below our video player.
So according to one of the principles in the Go game, we can see that black is simply getting ahead with Nobi. That's very important. You always want to be one step ahead of your opponent. Right. It's like in athletics when you run and you just want to be 1 or 10 centimeters ahead in the race. So
exactly.
And White is doing the same thing. He jumps Kema on the second line, but he's already 1 line ahead of E16.
He's overtaking.
Yeah, he's trying.
Black got back.
Yeah. Black got back to this corner just to avoid all those complicated variations that are quite popular nowadays. Yeah. And the next move, it's one of the Moyo border moves, the move that I mentioned before in the other variation. So you can see Artem is very alert on the center when he plays a move like that. Because I think in this position he can play lots of moves. He could approach the top right corner. Of course, he can play Sansan again, R17. He can approach R14. And I would approach R14 in this case instead of, well, I like the move at E8. It's nothing wrong with it. It's actually the most important move right now. But if you would choose between a Kakari from the right or an approach from the left, it seems more interesting to attack from the right side because there is more space between Q4 and Q16. So this right side, it's right? more open, yeah. So you always choose your moves in Fuseki according to where is the most open space on the board. So that's like an indicator, right? So you look for third line and fourth line moves, as you mentioned before. Yeah. And you also want to play the most open sides. But even that R14, it's a really big move right now. Let's say something like this, and then fall back or play an Okema, or of course attach, which is modern. Playing the Kema on the left side was an urgent move. So urgent moves are bigger than big moves.
Because actually, if White doesn't play there, Black's gonna, for example, he can push up at D7, right? Suddenly the left side gets so big.
Yeah, the left side keeps growing if this happens.
Yeah.
And then maybe he can also try something in the top left to keep White low. Of course, here White can block this way, or he can Hane. He's got several local moves to react to the contact play, to the Kosumitsuki, the diagonal and contact move. But yeah, you don't want Black to expand the left side too much. So let's go back to what happened here.
Sure.
So I think playing the Kema, it's a move to increase your own potential towards the center and diminish the potential on the left side for Black. So it's nice to see that Artem is already alert on the center later fights with this kind of move.
Yeah, I think so far this is
natural
top,
what happened.
This is first class go from both players. I don't think we're seeing anything wrong by either player.
Right.
And so yeah, this is pretty even stuff so far at move 21.
Right. And R6 is the most open side, you see. So if White didn't take the approach in the top right, Black of course comes from the top right and attacks the lower right corner. White is very calm here. He just defends.
Yeah.
Which is normal. I mean, when you play White, you wait for Komi to materialize later in the game. So, and now we see another trendy move, because in the past, before AlphaGo, we would always see this kind of follow-up, right? Like a basic Joseki.
Yeah.
Maybe we should write this.
It looks so weird now. It used to be in every textbook.
Nobody plays this anymore. Huh? It's considered too old-fashioned. And nowadays, you see a lot of Tsuke like that. I mean, attach. And then the Hane, right?
Yeah.
So here, White is interested in the outside. That's why he just blocks the outside. He goes for the center. Shall we show Fox variation when White is trying to cut?
Yeah, this is another one of these Josekis, right?
Yeah, it's possible. But this leaves a little more Hajin. Huh? Usually you play this kind of Joseki as White when you have a pincer around R9 or maybe Q10, not right away. Connecting solid here is the most common move. And then you can just descend like that or push to continue with the Moyo plan.
I see. So, okay, just giving away the corner.
This is similar to, this is exactly what happened in the game. It's just that White played the Hane, the hanging connection instead of connecting solid. And now he had to connect. It's Atari. And here, what about, he took the middle side extension, which makes sense because it's pretty much in the middle of those walls. He's got a wall on the left side and a wall on the right side. So you want to extend from the wall, right? That's another principle people should think about. Because in this position, if he plays a Keima like this, hoping to grab a lot of territory, Black will just jump in. And now,
now it's pretty obvious that White's really investing on the bottom side, right? So Black could just
he put a lot of effort here. But he also has a great potential. So for Black to try to invade or to reduce the bottom side, he can think about a move like this one, E2, or maybe some evasion point like H3. But he doesn't want to decide that now. So he's going to do it later in the game. Right now, there are still more interesting moves to be played if you look all over the board.
Yeah, I think there are still a lot of wide open areas. In the top right, on the left side. So White's not in a hurry to really consolidate the bottom side just yet.
Why do you think he played this turn here right away? Let's say,
right?
Yeah, this is the actual game, the turn at Q7. Let's say Black plays, for example, O17. It's again one of those urgent moves, right? So if Black plays a big point, like securing a corner, which is also very natural, maybe White will expand his Moyo again with this Keima. So he got the middle side extension and then those Keimas to expand towards the center. So I guess that's why Black turned immediately. He wants to jump into the middle too. So next he can go O7 or maybe Ogema N8. Now let's see what happens. Next move was a move. Up to here they play really fast. And then when White attach under the Hoshi in the top right corner, Black spent some time to...
I think this is when the game started slowing down a little bit.
Yeah. How many moves they play so far?
So far, in real time, we have 56 moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this you can say maybe it's a surprising move, but not so much after all, because if White invades the corner again, maybe Black will simply go for the right side. And if they have the Joseki once again, Black can extend here to enclose the side, or he will jump just to create a box and build more. So,
is this strange to have like two second line stones as white on the top side, because white has both the O18 and F18 now, so it feels kind of like it's really flat there, isn't it?
Yeah, you can say that, but it defends the corner very effectively to play the Keima, and it doesn't really give black too many forcing moves on those Keimas. So he just secures the corner in a few moves, because if he jumps, he needs to check the ladder, right? He leaves some cutting points if he goes on the third line. And if he keeps pushing like this, let's say he pushes several times, and of course, usually you see the Hane. But how about black will go up, and then Hane, and then just don't answer. So
it's Tanuki, right?
He gets a stronger war, and now he can hope for more Moyo on the right side, because the box just gets deeper, right?
Sure.
So the thing is, when you play Keima is white, you just fix the corner and you're alive, and you don't care so much about black's moves. Like if black jumps here, you're already safe, so you can find some ways to invade the right side and reduce the Moyo. But yeah, you can consider it flat. Anyway, the thing is, white doesn't want to jump in San again. Maybe he can also consider an inside approach here. But again, I guess he'll be facing a pincer.
Or like a kick, right? That's also one of the popular options nowadays. Black would just kick at R15 and then.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, but if this happens, and white extends, probably he has to pay some respect to the thick formation of R7. So he's not going to get too close to thickness. So he will extend only a 2-space extension like this or high. But already he's happy to prevent a big Moyo coming on the right side. So this could have happened. But I guess he chose the attach, because it's also a very trendy move. And if black protects the corner like this, he can easily make a base, and he's still far away from the black thick formation. So he doesn't go.
This is actually kind of better than it's better than the kick variation, isn't it?
Yeah,
it feels like there's less pressure on white now.
Yeah, white got a lighter shape, and then when black plays here, he can just go away. Maybe attach here once. I think this attach happened quite early in the game. But yeah.
Oh, actually, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. So when he played R16, black finally took. He decided to block the right side because he's interested in setting up the Moy on the right side. So it's obvious for white to extend and try to leave in the corner first of all.
Okay.
Yeah. This
so already, this is like it's like a better deal already for white than just the 3-3 variation, right? Because in the other one, it feels like white's corner is rather small, but now he
reduced more of the right side
points, and then he's got a kick at Q14 later on.
And the difference here is that now he creates a cutting point, so he can. This means he creates more Haji. So yeah, you can say there is a slight advantage on white compared to taking the Sansan right away, because the Sansan will just give black a stronger war. Let's move on and see more moves.
Sure.
So black took some points in the corner. That's also a big move. Where else can he play, actually? I wonder why he didn't jump.
That seems like a pretty big point, isn't it?
Well, probably it's a matter of style. I like these kind of moves, to go for the center and hope for a big box, like, trying to cope with a cosmic style.
Also it's like a pivotal point, because it also reduces white's bottom, right? When black jumps at 07.
Or maybe he can think about something in the top, like a Keima or a Kosumi. Well, he can decide on that later. But
sure.
Jumping out of 7 looks like a really important key move. But now black
he just took the corner.
Yeah,
okay.
That's also big.
So like some more of a territorial approach we're seeing here.
And the thing is, he took the corner, and it also shortened the liberties on the 4 stones. So now he can play the Hane P6, or he can play the vital point of this one, 05.
Yeah.
So that would be the follow-up. So this means that maybe white will probably protect this area.
Mm-hmm.
No, not
Okay,
yet.
so now he gets the big move first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this attach it's a cent exchange, so. I wonder if white will defend the q6 stones, or he will just treat them lightly.
Probably, I mean, if he spends one more move here, for example, at 05, right? This is what we talked about in the basic
This
level
like,
shape workshop. You always try to get the nice sort of table shape, but then in this case, it might feel a bit slow, doesn't it?
I think that, yeah, it feels like it, yeah.
Yeah.
So he went for a more active move, because this was the key point for black earlier, so white took it. Maybe white can even think about discarding those 4 stones. But I guess his plan is that in case black will hane, he will jump. So now he gets both shapes. I mean, the eye stealing Tesuji preventing the attack in the vital point here. Oh, wait a second. So. Black
this
still,
one. Okay.
Still took the vital point.
Yeah.
Nice. So now we start seeing a little fight.
Oh, maybe this is good. This is gonna be well, you guys wanted blood, right? Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Now. But we should be patient. It's gonna come later, I think. You know, Artem is also pretty strong at fighting. When he does fight, he's pretty devastating. We've seen him at Pro Championships, and he does kill dragons, believe it or not. So we will see some pretty good fighting power if we do get into a.
This is the actual game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So as I mentioned earlier, when white played r16 and black went down at s15 to put a lot of pressure on the corner, white actually has some agi around the cut of q15. So if you go back here, can black just be gentle and play this move? And then white came out, and black normally an extension like this. Would it be too slack?
Yeah, the question is black going to be happy with this kind of efficiency?
I will still jump here. Yeah, the thing is the extension at q11 feels like the right distance. I mean, between these two and these 2 stones.
It is the perfect shape, because in the proverb we say that, you know, with the 2 stones standing up, you know, you form a 3-space extension. This is like the same for both directions. So just aesthetically, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, you take the extension and you fix the side in one move. So this could be an option for black. But black went down, which means he wants to take more territory and to press white more in the corner. But he leaves the edge around q14, that peep. Of course, the cut doesn't work right away, but the peep can stress him a little bit later on. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah. So actually, we're at this point we can actually take a bit of a break now that we're caught up with the match. We're at move 61. So actually, it seems like both players are they're starting a fight. I think it's going to take a moment to develop the whole thing. Of course, you can see that, you know, white's heading into black's area on the right side, and then black's going to try to, I guess, prevent white from having the easy connection from home. Yeah. So this is going to take might take a while still. We can just quickly update on the players' times. Oh, actually, Eric has 28 minutes and 11 seconds left, and Artem has 24 minutes and 18 seconds left and counting. So they still have lots of time. I think both players are being very careful so far. I think given the magnitude of this match, right? Once again, whoever wins this game will actually advance the whole team to 4-3 ahead. So for either EGF or AGA, this is going to be a very, very important win, no matter in which way it goes. So we're gonna actually take a short break, and when we come back, we'll first catch up on this game a little bit more. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us in the Twitch chat. We'll try to respond to some of these when we come back. Of course, if you have anything you don't know about Go, if you want to learn the basic rules, I think we have a few people here who's actually tuning in just for the first time. So this is very exciting for us, of course. But if you have any beginner questions, please don't be shy. Just feel free to send them over. I think Cornel is a very excellent teacher here, as you have evidently seen today. And he's, we'll be very happy to take a look at those as well. So either way, you know where to find the games. In the meantime, you can check out a French commentary on twitch.tv/HizokaH. But until then, we're just going to have a quick food break. And when we come back, we will continue this Game 7 commentary. All right, guys, welcome back from the break. This is the 2019 Transatlantic Professional Go Team Championship. This is Game 7, very important match for you tonight on Sunday. So once again, of course, the very important clash between Eric Louis, one-time professional from Team AGA versus Artem Kachanovskyi, the two-time professional from Ukraine, also Team EGF. So it's actually 3-3 right now. So the first ever, this is actually the first ever professional kind of online series tournament between the EGF team and the AGA team. So we're actually going to try to make this an annual thing if we can. Just know that our organizers are actually working very hard around the clock, just to make sure that this is possible for everyone's enjoyment. So if you want to make sure that this is an annual thing, please consider joining actually EGF or AGA, because these are the folks that make it possible for everybody. So if you want to pitch in to help, just go to EGF or AGA website, make a donation. You can also, of course, go to the transatlanticgo.org/support for donations over there. Or you can also become an EGF member or AGA member. Just find your nearest chapter around your city. And of course, you can also join us on the social media using the hashtag TransatlanticGo, Team EGF, Team AGA to voice your support. So, of course, lots of exciting stuff happening right now. We just actually took a short break. So now that we come back, there are actually more moves on the board. So just keep in mind that you can actually follow the real games in progress on the OGS server. There's a live game link that's already over there. Already, I think 219 people watching. So a pretty huge crowd as well. I'm very sure that they will welcome your input in the chat as well. But anyway, Cornel, we're back. So looks like we've got a bit of a fighting going on. So this is exactly what you wanted to see.
Yeah, exactly. We got back in the heat of the fighting. Well, there's heat in Europe everywhere, so no wonder.
Yeah.
But they already got
Germany.
the corners.
It's like unbearable here.
Plus 40 there, right?
Yeah.
We have something like this
today.
here. So the thing is, so far we've seen black and white taking two corners each, and then black trying to expand his right side as large as he can. So he's going for the box, as I mentioned before. But now we get into the middle game fighting, so that's usually the most exciting part of the game. And white doesn't really agree with black's plan to build a huge right side, so he just invades, and he's peeping in the top right corner. So he's trying to get advantage of that cutting point around Q15. And well, he's just trying to reduce the Moy on the right side lightly. I think he's also looking at P8, but he can't really use it right away. So that's why he's playing away from here.
So I guess it does pay off, right? The early shape, because when white attached at R16, there was that cutting point at Q15, so now he's able to use that peep and make something happen.
Yeah, black could play just solid earlier, as we mentioned, around Q15, and then don't worry about those cutting points. But now he's paying a price, so white is taking advantage using that peep and then simply going out lightly. But black keeps the group separated, so far it's all natural. He's leaning on the top, making some noise there in order to keep the two stones weak in the middle, so he can chase them by separating. And white is just looking for the vital point again. He's checking the cut at 0.17. So far, I think the moves are pretty much forced.
It's pretty much a one-way street, so to speak.
Exactly. But at least we see something exciting going on already in the.
Let's hope that it stays this way.
Yeah, this Hane on the first line is also a forcing move. Maybe it's more like a probe. He wanted to see if white protects this way. But white goes for the solid move. And then he plays the hanging connection. Well, there were two cutting points here, so he had to find a way to fix them both. But it's not so easy, huh?
I guess it's kind of a Mii, right? So if black fixes, for example, 1, then white can cut a 2.
Yeah, this will happen instantly. It's and then there is not much to do in that area, right? Like black will go out, and then, well, he saves the middle stones I mean, the important stones, the wall, but he's losing a lot of territory in the top. And white is still pretty light in the middle, so white can jump here, for example, and he can get away with this. So the right side is still pretty much reduced. Yeah, it's more important for black to protect the cut against M17 cuts. So playing the hanging connection makes sense here. And white cuts right away. So we can see that white is not always playing the most patient move. When he has a chance to fight, he goes for it. And maybe many people think that Artem it's more like a patient and slow player, but actually he's always eager to fight. So, but
yeah, he can really turn on the fireworks, as we've seen evidently in the previous matches.
Yeah.
You know, he's quite a good fighter, of course. Just so he prefers that in the opening, if he can choose like the sort of low risk, you know, solid option, he would opt in for that. But yeah, well, when he needs to fight, he can really make a lot of complications happen.
And now black had to extend here for a base. If he doesn't do that, it's a little bit dangerous. Like if he tries a Keima here to keep the pressure and move out with the top stones, white will simply consume it like this. And then, those
I guess we're in trouble.
Right side, they are surrounded. You don't want to let your groups surrounded or isolated. So here, it's pretty much straightforward, and then white has to go out with those guys, huh? They look light, but they also feel in trouble. So, wait, I completely forgot about the corner. The life and death in the corner is actually quite important in this fight. So if white runs out here, the monkey jump will cost him the corner, right?
But is it possible that white will just cover the outside and fight like that?
With the people like this, you mean?
Yeah. Is that possible?
I didn't read this out, but well, black is not going for the kill right away. Yeah? He needs to be patient too. So probably he'll just jump out also. And then white has to come back. Because if he keeps running out in the middle or he plays another move like this, now the corner is in trouble. Simply monkey jump reduces the eye space tremendously here. I mean, if you look locally, there is only one eye, is the bulky 5 shape. So that's a pretty easy Tsumego. So white hits alert on his eye shape in the corner.
Yeah, I think both players making sure that they're safe.
Right. And they don't have too much time to read anymore, huh? They are approaching Biomi rapidly.
I think so. We can take a look. Oh, actually, Eric has, I think, 12 minutes and 39 seconds, and Artem pretty much is the same, like 13 minutes. So they're neck and neck in terms of time usage. Sometimes, of course, when you see players clearly, you know, has 15 more minutes, right, then there might be sort of a time attack, you know, when one player goes into Biomi, then you can really pressure them on that. But I guess in this case, they're both kind of the same.
And they're taking their time here.
So in the game, I think we got one question about this particular position. Is it possible for white to push and cut after black plays the knight's move?
Push and cut, you mean M15?
Yes. I think this must be referred to the position
like
there.
This?
Yeah. Would that be a viable option for white? I guess first of all he has to charge
jump
away,
out like this, right? Yeah. If you're looking for a variation, if you're looking for a variation like this, that's a problem because of the shortage of liberties. Yeah. So when black wants to play Atari here, he will just put himself in Atari. So this won't work. But going out with an Atari and jump, then the cut is refuted right away. Huh? So he's still in trouble in the middle, and now he got a new problem. He has 2 more heavy stones in the top, and when you try to go out, you just create another heavy group. In general, when you have one weak group, you don't want to make another one, so you don't invade or you play away just to, you know, give your opponent more targets. So.
But they usually say, "Don't go fishing when your house is on fire."
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
right now, white has already one problem to deal with.
Yeah, and now he has to fix that problem because those stones they seem to be very light, and well, he was treating them lightly, but he also wants to damage the right side and not to die inside, I guess, because then the Moyo becomes super big territory. I'm pretty sure he's looking at some moves around the top, like a peep at L17 and then cut, but he needs to find a way to combine that. Push and cut right away doesn't seem so good. So maybe he needs a little bit of preparation.
So let's brainstorm a little bit for White here, because it looks like White's really the one who needs to handle these, 5 stones well. Does he have any like good ways to
like
make 2 eyes? Yeah. I guess we should also clarify that when we make 2 eyes in basic Go terms, right, is to create 2 unavoidable spots, right? So like this, your opponent can never take your group off the board.
That's important in order to stay alive.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to go out in a way that it will affect his Moyo.
Oh, actually, are we? This is the real move? Yeah. Okay. So he actually comes out. Tries to break the cover by black there.
Yeah. Now he can fight. Exactly. He's trying to separate these 2 stones, right? So he played in the middle of them.
So can black cut him off?
He can try. There's a lot to read here. Hang on. Let's check.
Yeah. Sure.
So you want black to cut here right away, huh?
Would that be possible?
Oh wait, I have to put a white and a black stone. No, wait a second. I messed up the review here. Just a moment. So yeah, black plays here, white cuts, black cuts, white goes Atari.
So can black extend, or is it not gonna work?
If black goes out, white will follow. Then, how do you save the 2 stones? Well, playing
looks like black is actually trapped, right?
Yeah, feels like it. So, well,
of course, this is
no way
not
good,
right? Then it hurts black stone a lot.
Yeah, because now he's just losing the meaning of the surrounding move.
Yeah.
So now it's black who has to start reading deeply. I think it's going to be a very fierce fight and maybe the most critical moment of the game. And they are also approaching Byoyomi in a very tough fight,
Well, actually, I suppose the 60-second Byoyomi format does make a difference, because when you're low on time, of course, almost everybody plays worse when they're low on time. But it does make a difference, when you have 60 seconds of Byoyomi time versus 30 seconds. I was just at a tournament, and over there they have Canadian Byoyomi, which is 15, even 12 seconds to move. So that, of course, that would be different. When you only have so much, then.
Yeah, most of the tournaments we play in Europe are usually 30 seconds 3 times. And recently we try to adapt a little bit to Fischer time, like in important tournaments, the Grand Slam.
Sure.
And then the European Championship will be Fischer time. So that gives you less pressure compared to the Byoyomi. Because you can take your time when you have 1 hour and you play pretty decent in Fuseki and middle game. And then you get to a fight like this and you're already in Byoyomi. So you gotta follow your instincts as much as you can, and intuition is not always the best thing to rely on as a skill.
Yeah.
But Artem is pretty good in Tsumego, right? I think.
I believe so.
I
think a lot of them
are quite deep, and so is Eric. I've seen his recent games, so he did pretty well.
Of course, when it comes to reading and Tsumegos, the man that would come to mind would be Matu, because he has a series of books on it.
Yeah.
Called "You Won't Get Dumber While You're Thinking."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe the direct cut is not so good here for black. Sorry.
Okay.
But it still feels like the first option to consider. This is like the first candidate move. You try to attach here and separate white immediately, but. Maybe he can play something like this, and instead of going out, he will counterattack.
He covers. Okay.
This is a nice tactic in general, and then Atari again. But what to do when white goes here? White starts to get a sabaki this way, and you can just block.
Well, if you block, then we
It's an
can
option.
maybe we can
Yeah.
show this variation, huh?
Yeah, if he blocks, there is a double Atari. So
Yeah.
when he takes the core or he saves the stone,
Yeah.
then white will just capture and he's out. And he got double Bonuki. And this is a very powerful formation, right?
Yeah.
That
I mean,
gives you
at this, I think in high level games, this would be almost equivalent to game over, right? This is so strong.
It's too powerful, yeah. And actually, black is probably looking for ways to get stronger in the center while attacking the top right stones in order to reduce the bottom moyo. I think if we go back to this stage of the game a little earlier, I mean, before invading the right side, in this position, when black jumps 09, and he's actually also thinking of a way to use the 05 Aji, white can either jump here or Keima.
Yeah.
This is a way to be really patient and still be consistent with the moyo plan. So continue building the bottom area. This feels like an interesting option to, be confident in the bottom moyo.
Yeah.
And it feels like one of the Artem's play, but maybe he's jet lag a bit, so he wants to fight right away.
Well, actually, I think in the game in the C League in China, I think they ended on the 23rd of June. So I hope he's got a few days to rest at least. At least I actually don't know their exact travel schedule, so I would hope that Artem is well rested for this one. But
yeah, but it's still pretty late in Ukraine. It's
for sure.
7 p.m. So, but anyway, I mean, if you want to fight and you want to damage the moyo, you jump in. But building your own moyo, it's also an option. So I would go for a game like this.
Right.
I don't know if it's the most important move right now or the highest percentage to win the game, but yeah, if you try to avoid the fight, you just increase your moyo and hope it will be enough to win the game. Especially that white has Komi 6.5. So then they started the fight, and this mess will probably continue in Byoyomi shortly. The moves in the top are pretty much forced. The cut is inevitable and life. And now black cut. So he still went for this. So he's following his first instinct. Well, it looks like the most natural move. If white will Hane here, black will cut right away. I don't think there's another option to fight. I mean, if white will Hane, black will not just extend. Because it's too easy for white to escape that way. And the compensation will be too small. I mean, going for one stone like this is no big deal for black. Because his stones in the top are floating. What other options white has here? Maybe he's thinking to use the top Aji, like push and cut, and then push again and cut.
Oh, first push and cut.
Yeah. I mean, if this happens, and then he can go out several times, and then cut like this, or now Han actually. Oh, now it works, huh? And then extend. So now he creates like Miai between capturing 3 stones or capturing 1, so he's out. Maybe he's considering something like that. What's the actual game? The actual game stopped.
So I think we can. So the actual game. Okay, black just attached. So we confirm.
Yeah, they are here.
Yeah, it's on the board now. All right. But okay, what's gonna Hane then, right? It feels like the.
Yeah, you mean Hane M13,
natural move. Yeah.
Well, on this Hane, black will cut. And then we'll back to
definitely.
This.
And then white's gonna Atari for sure. And then black's not gonna extend, so he has to Atari this way.
And on the push, you think black will just let white go out?
He has to take, right? Should he take?
Or take the call, you mean?
Yeah.
And then take again?
Take again, yeah, probably. How do you think this result is for for both players. I mean, because Black can still cut, right? He can cut at 0-12, and looks rather complicated.
Yeah.
I actually don't know which side this is better.
I don't know if White wants to give up more stones here,
Mm-hmm.
but he might. And look at all those ponukis. It looks so strange.
Yeah.
And this way, if White doesn't compensate so much on the right side, then he just gave a tremendous thick shape in the middle. So now it's difficult to play moves on the left side to attack those 3 stones or reduce the top. And he still has a problem enclosing a large center. This doesn't look so great for White. Too many ponukis.
Yeah. I don't think you normally see this many ponukis in the middle of the board.
But it kind of feels forced. Like when you capture here the ko, you don't want to connect because then everything gets around it, and now it's more trouble for White. White wants to go out there from the moya.
Is it possible for White to actually fight this ko? Because of course we mentioned that if White just compromises everything, then Black is just gonna get ponukis galore in the center. But
he has some ko threats.
He has some ko threats, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he has a few ko threats starting here, right?
Right.
Then capture the ko. Yeah, he can play that. And now, if you push, then push here.
Okay.
Block. Now cut. How's the situation? Cut here or still continue the ko?
He can take back, right? So the point here is even if White's connected, Black will just get some benefit from a few ponukis in the.
You mean if something like this happens?
Yeah.
And then of course he can take the ko and take again and so on, and then just jump in the bottom side. But here it feels like Black should play more moves. And
although there would be also a few
anymore.
Yeah. Then he has to fix the right side as well, so it's complicated.
This variation looks so unusual for both.
Actually, I think we do have one. We have more moves on board. Okay, actually, they were just confirming basically what we were saying. And looks like Black's gonna play the Atari. Okay, White's gonna. Oh no, White didn't take. White's actually playing the Nobi outside. That was totally unexpected.
Going to Atari from the outside.
Yeah. I didn't expect that at all.
And I guess Black is not going to fight his ko. He will connect.
It's just like a flower Ruben ko.
Yeah. So maybe White is still thinking of a combination of pushing and cutting.
Well, it must be now. Otherwise,
this can be extremely dangerous. Let's hope he didn't misread or anything. So he was not very happy taking the stone and then playing here. We should ask Artem about this.
Yeah. Well, actually, another question would be: even if White kills the 3 black stones on top, is the trade-off going to be worth it, right? Because Black will also gain something from the center. He's going to gain a lot of stones from there.
So this is the actual game, and so you're saying if Black connects and White manages to cut here, and go for the top stones.
But then Black also gets something from the center.
Like this.
Right? Okay, he connected.
Yeah, Black is supposed to connect. So if White sacrifices, Black sacrifices a few stones there, you're looking for a huge compensation in the middle, huh?
It's
guess he has to continue. He has to put some pressure on the top stones.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, it looks like it's happening, right? Because Black cannot do anything other than blocking. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all forced, and they're playing the moves quite fast because there is pretty much one option each time. If Black will not be here, White will push and cut anyway. There are 2 cuts, so Black.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, it's going to end up in a trade of Furi Kavari.
Right.
Well, if things are going this way, with the crazy fight in the middle, we're probably not going to see a very close game this time. It will end up either killing or dying big. But it's
which is we always kind of hope that it will last long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just depends on how the game goes. But you never know. Actually, we've seen some pretty funny things happen in Byoyomi.
Yeah,
So in human
big upsets.
yeah. In human games, just I think sometimes we talk about, of course, as strong players, right? We always bring up these percentages by Leela, but actually just a few days ago, just to illustrate how dramatic human games can be, there was a match between, I think, Park Jong-hwan and Park Yong-hun for the Chunlan Cup final.
I haven't replayed that one yet, but I've seen it.
Yeah, so I actually didn't see that one. I didn't see that one in depth, but basically the story was, I think one of the players was actually down to like 1% or 2% in the game, but then actually after a few moves they went to like 96%. Like it was completely reversed.
I'm really wondering why White didn't try to escape this way, because if he gets strong enough in that area, he can still press the right group, the R12 group. So, but maybe Black will take the core right away. And I'm thinking how many Kotres there are for Black. But yeah, it's hard to say. If Black keeps taking here, and as you mentioned, he gets this cut. On this cut,
he's super thick.
If you try to fight the core, as White you end up extremely heavy. Huh?
So I mean, this is almost like a picnic coat for Black, isn't it?
This doesn't feel like fighting spirit from White. So
right. I think White definitely didn't fancy the variation in which he would just give away so many
far he cut.
So that's why he's playing the cut now. Of course, as Black, it still requires reading a lot out to navigate the situation properly.
Well, without reading, if you just play something like this, it's a collapse, right?
Yeah, then it's not working, right? Yeah.
It's sad. This is sad.
Yeah, don't lose the vital stones, right? This.
Yeah.
Even before the age of Leela, we
you want
realized
to keep the stones alive in general. Yeah. Is there anybody checking this game with Leela?
I do think we have quite a few chatters that are active in chat with the percentages. So of course you can check them out.
Checking.
Yeah.
Oh.
But of course, I think when you're low on time, I think it just depends on how each player is going to react to the whole situation, right? You're not, of course, you don't have the percentages at your disposal during the game, so you have to rely on your instincts. Just do what you think is right. Sometimes.
And they're really approaching Byoyomi now, so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we can also let the fight just develop a little bit more, because I think they're still going to play. They're going to spend more time on this, and I even think that one of these people will spend, 1 or 2 Byoyomi periods on it. So we can actually wait a little bit, just sit back and take a short break and watch the fight develop. Of course, in the meantime, you can check out the live games on OGS. Just keep the comments coming. In Twitch chat, we're very happy to answer your questions. We're just going to take another short break, and when we come back, more commentary from Game 7 of the Transatlantic Professional Go Team Championship between Artem and Eric. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, welcome back from the break. This is once again the Transatlantic Professional Go Team Championship 2019. Of course, the first ever King of the Hill match between 5 EGF professionals and 5 AGA professionals. So basically the most exciting tournament in Western Go community right now. As we speak, this is actually Game 7 between Artem Kachanovskyi, the 2-dan professional from Ukraine versus Eric Zui, the 1-dan professional from Team AGA. So the game is still going on. Actually, both players will be approaching Bayomi pretty soon. So we're just going to jump right back into it with Mr. Cornel Burzo, our fellow commentator for the day. He's been doing really, really awesome, Cornel. So it looks like they're going to really head down to the wire. This is a really exciting passage to play in the match now.
Yeah, it feels like a very fierce fight. Just started with the cut at L16. And they are also in Bayomi now, so we will probably see a lot of Tenuki because the players need to take time to read out what happens in a local fight. So they will play away from the fight, trying to buy time this way, right? So just using the time Suji as much as they can. So what we see here in the top, it's not very surprising after all. This Kosumitsuke, it's trying to help to set up some preparation for helping the top right stones. So if white will pull back or extend, then can he go out with Natalia and go down, or maybe how many liberties he makes like that?
Oh wow, this is crazy. Can blacks just manage? Can you jump out?
Like this?
Yeah.
And then when wait a second. That's the problem here. So when white pushes, he can actually ignore and try to go for the middle.
Oh my god.
No, he needs to escape with those 3 stones. It's still tricky. So I still wonder how does that F17 affects the fight in the top right. But it seems white didn't have too much time to think about this, so he played the no-B in order to make sure he can fix the top by killing those stones and also trying to kill the 3 stones in the middle. So here they agree on a trade, on a full recovery. They exchange some territories. So black continues his plan to capture the corner. White goes out. And now here there is a pretty surprising move. I would probably play another move in the top. Either this one or Keima. It feels like
just to be safe, right?
Yeah, exactly. It feels like the top becomes very big and white connects his stones. But he connected in the center. So is the right side becoming too big here? Like when you play this one, and there's probably a double Atari. The thing is, then when
well, then you fix the center, right? For white.
The center becomes really big for black, and eventually white needs to capture 3 more stones, or not right away.
That's true.
Well, later on, because it's a cemetery. It's
So white has to fill in to capture the
dead
stones, take them off the board.
So maybe that's why he didn't play the Kosumi in the top.
Right.
Yeah, it's also big to play O12. But I would fix the top. What if black goes here to threaten saving those guys in the top and then catch 2 more? So if something like this happens.
Yeah.
Well, he accepts that he lost the top stones, but he gains a lot for a change. So
that's quite a lot of points there.
Yeah, this feels like a move that just ruins the connection between these 2 stones and the other 2. So, and it's also trying to use the dead stones. But as I said, they are both in Bayomi, so they have to find some time Suji moves.
Well, if you recall how it all happened in the last game in the Transatlantic Championship, it was pretty exciting. So we can probably promise you that this one will also be a good fight when both players are low on time as well.
A general fight, huh?
Yeah.
So this is what happened. Let me catch up a little bit with the actual game.
Yeah. And just a quick update about the times. Actually, Eric is down to 3 periods left, while Artem has 5 still.
So they got to 100 moves, and it's pretty unclear what's happening here.
Yeah. So can Black live here? It feels pretty crazy that he's invading really deep, into White's area. Can he?
Well,
can he survive?
Black is looking at the idea of b4, but not so hard to use. I mean, not so easy to use that cut. Yeah, playing Natalia and then the hanging connection at L2 probably gives him life right away. Or maybe he'll push again.
Oh, just to
they
push
gotta
at
play
H2,
quite
right?
fast. And tough decision. Yeah, playing L2, is the I shape, the double hanging connection.
Yeah.
But pushing again, it's also interesting for Black, so he can reduce more of the White's moil.
Sure.
So these are the options, huh? Either here or push.
Feels like pushing would be, of course, it would work out nicer if you can get more points there. But then there could be something tricky, right?
The actual move is the push.
Yeah, actually, okay, he pushed just now.
Yeah, he wants to damage more. If he simply goes for I shape, then something like this will happen. Huh?
Yeah.
So White can just press more. So push, and then White will no-B. Yeah. He's calm. And now come back and protect L2. Or push again.
Sure.
He can push one more time. Because...
Well, now the Hana is going to be a Sente, right?
Yeah. If White plays here, and he's trying to capture the 3 stones this way, well, actually 4 stones, White can even Black can even discard them now and Hana here. More interesting.
Or I mean, it's not a full capture because Black can play at N2 attached anyway. So actually, those stones are not captured. You can even save
but then White will pull back here. But I mean, if White tries the cut, then Black will Hana. So he pushes again, huh?
So I think he's
trying to live at the maximum possible. Yeah.
Well, in this case, if he does live, then all of White's points on the bottom side are gone. He doesn't.
Well, he gains something in the middle, so. Well, he's losing this area, but yeah, he has to block. He can't accept the Hana.
Right.
And now Black has to come back and leave. He can't ignore this, right? I mean, if he plays for a big point like this, for example.
Yeah. Then White just.
Then.
White
will give up 1 stone and kill everything. Huh? That's a force eye.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good for beginners to.
Sure. If you wish so, yeah, we could actually, because this is actually pretty essential kind of concept, right? When we talk about life and death, the definition is actually whether you have 2 eyes or not, and this is a
that's the minimum.
You would hear lots of experienced Go players talk about. So you have to have 2 undebatable spots.
The question is, can Black Tenuki and still live with this group? That would be interesting for him. Wow, he did.
Oh my God, he's doing it. Oh, I think perhaps he's looking at the clamp, right, at E2. Because White
connect under. I see. Yeah. So if we have this variation.
Yeah.
You're right. He can just clamp and link under.
So because if White
if White tries to resist,
then Black just cuts.
The cut will be.
It's actually even worse.
Yeah, that creates Mia. It's another concept. So Black either captures 2 stones here, or he captures 3 stones in the middle, and this is
he's gonna get either one of them.
Yeah. So he gets one or the other. Yeah, this would be a total collapse. So.
Yeah.
Either like this.
Oh no, that's not possible.
Or like this.
Or it is possible, but surely at this level it's not acceptable.
Possible, but it's ugly. And then you resign. Yeah. So
in that case, he lived in Sente, and he got a big
impressive. But how can White take some profit here? Let's see.
I guess White has stronger shape now, so he can maybe do something in the center. But I'm not. Well, I mean, I suppose in either
looking at the
case.
bottom. Can he try?
At the bottom, I see it.
Yeah. Can he try to take the tail away like this? It still doesn't work. Because now when he gets rid of the Aji, then there is
yeah, it's still not working.
Ah, you mean this Hane?
Yeah. But White can just
and then the vital point, and then we're back to this, right?
Yeah, it's still. Oh, wait a second, but you didn't even cut the tail. Okay.
Yeah, well, okay. Before we do that, on the Hane,
no, it's not.
Black will Hane, okay.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, then it's pretty clear. Uh-huh.
So this doesn't really work.
Of course, the idea there is Black doesn't have a lot of points, right? If that's the case, but the Sente is way more important, right? So Black doesn't mind if he doesn't live with a lot of points at the bottom. What matters is actually he stole all those points from White, and now he's taking a large move.
But White also got a lot of points in the top, capturing those 5 stones. So, and actually he's also thinking to kill 3 more stones in the middle. Probably that's why he connected all 12. So so playing around here is still really big. Enclosing the top.
Mm-hmm.
But of course the left side looks promising for Black now. Will he Hane? Jump? Anyway, amazing how Black leaves on the bottom side.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, actually.
That's how he used the Aji of 05. And probably that's why White should extend again in the middle at M7 earlier. You remember when we talked to reinforce the Moyo instead of invading the right side? Maybe that invasion gave both of them a headache. I mean, well, that's an easy way to avoid complicated fights and reading deep and then losing yourself in Byomi. One spade jump, so.
Well, speaking of Byomi, actually, Artem is down to 3 pairs as well. So actually, throughout this game, both players are actually quite close in terms of time usage. And right now they're at equal footing when it comes to time. Artem had two more periods than Eric, but now he looks like he's used them up on that bottom side there. So that was a really. I mean, this is just really, really close now. I actually don't know how it's going to go.
This game, it's extremely important on the right side. There was a lot of budget there.
Mm-hmm.
So playing the jump in the middle at E10, White is trying to keep the left side as low as possible. And also playing, he was actually looking at those the cluster of stones in the center. These ones. So that's why Black connected on the right side. I think he tried to cut them soon. So
is he going to cut them now?
If Black plays now, it's probably too late.
Okay, because he's still setting up for it, right? The E10, the jumping out was pretty necessary.
If Black goes for the left side with a move like this, which feels a little bit slow, White can try some moves on the right side. For example, this one, threatening to kill the R12 group, and then maybe a 1 spade jump, and then separate the center group.
Right.
So those guys are running in the middle, and they are very heavy. And once you run out this way, you're pushing from behind.
Yeah.
You get into E10. And in the meantime, you lose the 3 stones in the middle. This doesn't feel good for Black. So.
Oh, wow.
That's why Black played the game out to reinforce the right side. So there is still a lot of budget here, huh? Like this move and this move.
Oh wow! In the game, White's actually gonna cut. He's played the move at P9.
He wants to give 1 stone bait in order to kill the center. But this can be riskier. Yeah. Now he cuts.
Well, we love risky. That's for sure.
Gamble.
Yeah.
This is a little bit risky because it can activate those cuts around P4 and maybe the use of P7. Anyway, my reading is not so sharp right now. I slept like 5 hours last night, and then I've been burned by the sun on the mountain.
Aww.
I feel and I look like a lobster. And probably lobsters can't read too many moves ahead. So I'm just trying to guess, you know. It's my first feeling for each move.
Well, this is handy because we're trying to
right?
we're trying to make new nicknames for European Go players at the European Championship when we stream. For example, like Nicola, right? Nicola is like, he's very aggressive, so he's like maybe like the tornado, and then yours is like the lobster.
I would be the lobster, yeah.
Cornel the lobster.
In 3 weeks, I will probably have a different nickname. We'll see.
Yeah.
We can still work on that.
Well, I would call you Dracula, but that's already taken. So.
Yeah, it's taken, yeah. you can call me the freestyle player.
So, okay, in this case, it looks like Black, White's gonna cut these stones off now.
Yeah.
Can Black really resist? Can he play an 08?
So if he plays here, White goes out, Black pushes, White connects.
Or this one, okay.
And now we have an interesting trade, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's also really big, the bottom right. Enough?
Oh, the snowboarder. Yeah, I should start that.
This is actually true.
You don't want to see me snowboarding.
Well,
the snowboard lobster.
It's a very distant time from now because we're in the dead of summer. But yeah, of course, like Cornel is actually really serious in terms of when it comes to speeding. He's actually
snowboarding. It's something for the future.
Yeah.
So Black actually pulled back. He wants to fight here. He wants to go for the trade.
Mm-hmm.
They play too much as expected, huh?
Yeah.
But again, it looks like there is always one move here to think about, huh? And well, they have 1 minute for each move.
Oh wow! Is this gonna? Oh, that's the real game, right? Oh, the Black's actually pulled. So White's gonna pull back, I think.
He has to, huh?
Yeah.
If he doesn't, the whole point of cutting P9 fails, huh?
It loses meaning, yeah.
And yeah.
So okay, I guess I suppose there are two questions, right? First of all, can Black live in the center? And second of all, if Black just kills the bottom right white stones, is that enough?
But looks big, huh?
Yeah, it looks huge.
But how big is the center? The center always gives you the illusion that it's huge, and in the end, you can rely on it. Center is never as big as it looks. And it's impossible to count at this speed. Or to count properly. At least in my case, I would just guess. Or hope for the best. Yeah, he has to pull back. And now Black will push, right?
Yeah, he has to pull back.
7. So they play pretty much the only move.
He's back. Yeah. Artem actually, he spent another period when he did that, so now he's down to 2 periods now.
More pressure.
More pressure. But of course, always a fiesta for the viewers.
Exactly. I don't often see Artem playing for the center, but this time he has to. Huh? He's forced. He usually prefers the side territories, right? But he can adapt. That's a big quality of a professional player to change to switch gear during the game.
Yeah. So if he doesn't kill this, then Black is just ahead, right?
Yeah, but the center
is it too early to say that, or?
I'm not sure if okay. So Black didn't like the idea of dying in the middle for those stones on the side, which means he also wasn't confident enough on this trade. So if this happens, White gains a lot in the center. But how's the score? Can we check a score here? They don't let us in review mode.
Well, actually, the score estimator is not very accurate, so.
Yeah. Okay. We don't rely.
Yeah.
It's easy to use it when you approach midnight. You just click on a button and they give you the numbers. So yeah.
Next time when you play Truth or Dare, name one superpower that you wish to have, but now you don't. Is ability to call
score estimator,
a score estimator. No, an accurate one. An accurate score estimator at any given point in the game. That's your superpower.
Not the way I count in my close games.
Yeah.
Yeah. White is forced to push out.
That's the dream.
So actually, Black is trying to get those stones out or to lose them as on a smaller scale, and then also push and cut at b7. So he's playing flexible, which is good. But the game is still super unclear at this stage.
Okay, I mean, first of all, White has to kill this, right? Otherwise.
Yeah, and Black is trying to go out. Will he jump? Peep, Nobi, Hane.
Oh, well, jump is crazy.
How about Hane? Can he use it? Tuk. I
think too risky?
Luckily, these are the moves, or just Nobi.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe come back to the push and cut, and hope for the best.
But if he plays the Nobi, then there's a push and cut, right, for White. Oh, he just takes it.
This move. Mm-hmm. Well, now White can only connect 08. I don't see any other move here.
Actually, I think Eric was 3 seconds has 3 seconds left on the clock, so I'm not sure if that was time suits you or not. Maybe this is also part of a plan.
Anyway, this
you never know.
Forcing move, so
yeah.
And it's a good forcing move. If White connects here and Black catches the 2 stones, then he's back to safety.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
White will keep the 2 stones connected. Yeah.
Right.
He has to. And the target in the middle is still going strong.
Right.
But Black probably bought some time like that, and he will not be right. Age 11.
Ooh,
this is maybe he's looking for the Han actually to take away Liberty and be able to save the stones, but not so easy. I'm not sure what would happen here.
Well, I'm looking at the super crazy variation.
And cut and attack again.
Make a co?
Like this. Interesting.
They make a co?
Yeah, they can try this. But then White will go out. Well, take the co first.
Yeah, and then you're gonna find kill threats.
Now it's your turn to find the threat. Cut here. Oh no, you don't want to use this cut.
For starters,
you lose the... Wait. Let's don't ruin the branch.
Sure.
Atari, which one? This?
I mean, even N13 is something, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you don't answer, then Black is gonna take. So.
And then this kind of double Atari.
Yeah. Then you got a couple more. Oh, actually, never mind. You have to be careful.
Yeah, they went for the trade. Oh, he cuts here.
Oh, he cuts. Oh, he just says that's enough.
Well, it's pretty big.
For sure, yeah. But so now, the question is, of course, if White kills everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think this is just so uncertain, right? Because there's so many things Black could have done. Like he could have saved the center stones, but now it looks like he just says, "Okay, I can give."
Okay, I take those guys. Mm-hmm. But then White jump and lose 1 more stone like that. If Black loses all the stones inside, this feels like a minus exchange. Because he could lose the group in the middle and play from the outside. But if he still hopes to make life inside, then that's not such a bad exchange. Mm-hmm. He might try a Hane, or this contact play. This is a good move. He's looking.
Oh my god.
And 7, huh?
Oh, that's a real game.
Yeah, this is the actual game.
Oh my god. Now, can he even live? That would be crazy if he can.
Why can't go for Hane? And then we're back to some core variations. Or is he calm enough to connect back? Or maybe block here. How about this connection? In order to stay connected and then also destroy the eye shape.
Looks like the toughest possible response locally.
Yeah. This looks like the strong resistance.
Yeah.
If Hane here, it's a bit tricky. Because
then there might be a co shape, right?
Right. Now again, we're going back to this kind of combination.
Oh yeah, but then that probably white doesn't want that, right? Because white just wants a clean capture.
Right.
When black already has captured something, white might as well have a clean capture. Oh,
but like
okay.
This it takes away liberty, and then wait, Atari and push and block and cut and Atari. Taking away liberty, it's also interesting. So if black plays more moves in the middle to make some eye shape, like Hane or trying something, how does this work out? Am I hallucinating something because black can just cut?
Well, then there's nothing, right?
But wait a second. Yeah. And then if Atari first.
But yeah, black just takes.
And then connect. Oh, it's still a collapse. Because the semi, we're back to this. Okay, this fails. Not great.
But I mean, perhaps you could do something like 004, right? You can squeeze.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then all of that becomes Sente.
And then this,
Yeah. And then you connect, or even Hane at G1.
And you can win this semi.
It's possible. It looks like an iffy shape that you have to read out.
Again.
Maybe white just manages?
Maybe spot something, huh?
Yeah.
Tuck.
Maybe I was supposed to be 6-down after all, but I lost all my games.
Yeah, if white creates a big eye here, then it's easy. Lots of liberties. So there is some Hajin in this area. That's why he took away the liberty. And black also took away liberty.
Right.
Because this one puts pressure on the cutting point.
Oh, he's connecting in the center.
Yeah. So now normally. Okay.
Oh, he's gonna Atari. Okay, he's gonna ask black a question first.
Yeah. But this feels like if black leaves in the middle and doesn't lose too much on the bottom side, it's going to be another win for Eric. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But of course, black has to respond, right? Otherwise, white can even in this local area at least.
Black can also cut here. How about? And then we're going for another trade. He can offer a trade like, okay, white plays this, black captures the center. Can white save everything? How is this play?
That's actually insane.
Again, we need to count.
Yeah.
And we don't rely on a good counting skill at this time.
Well, is Eric looking at a way to Tanuki now?
No,
he didn't answer immediately.
Yeah, for sure he's considering Tanuki.
But also, you know what's another important skill to have in Byoyomi is even when your move is certain, even when you know what you're gonna do, just use like to the fullest extent that period. Because every second is like gold here.
You can respond here in 1 second, but you can use those 58 seconds to see what happens. So when he responds and white tries to kill the middle, white has to play a move like this to destroy the vital point.
Oh, he connects. Okay.
Yeah. If white simply no B, probably it's not enough to kill the group because of this cut that creates more Hajin in the center, and then he can try eye shape this way. And now there are some other problems, like there is this extension here, then nose Tsuji, then the Hane. So it's not so easy to catch that group. As Liu told me in the Grand Slam, it's much easier to live than to kill. We've seen that. It's a good concept.
Yeah.
So connect. And now, in order to go for the kill, white has to try to take away the eye from here.
Yeah, so he has to kill this.
Yeah. Then it looks more difficult for black to create more eyes in the center.
So
he connected. Wow.
oh, he says I kill anyway.
He really wants to. Yeah, he really wants to get rid of all the Haji there.
So actually, if Black doesn't live,
anyway,
right?
That's really spectacular.
Then Black also loses points.
Yeah.
Because he just basically helped White fix all his stuff.
Exactly. And connecting here makes the 3 stones completely captured now. The L4 stones. L14, sorry.
Oh, okay.
These 3 are in trouble for sure. I mean, it's hard to get out with them now. But of course, the big point is to kill the central dragon.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a baby dragon, but it keeps growing, huh? So if you become
there's a tiny crucifix, but
okay.
Oh wow, okay. This is Sente, of course.
Yeah, this is Sente. White should connect.
You will make an eye.
Can he try some crazy moves? Can he go for tuck, connect, then not yet. He'll probably connect, but he spends the time, as you mentioned before.
Yeah. Well, actually, both of them are down to 2 periods now. So basically, the next one they lose, they're gonna go just on the death mode.
Right. That's more scary.
Yeah. It's incredible sometimes when you look at these professional matches, just how much is at stake and how much pressure there is when you really have to place a move on the board. It's incredible how sometimes these pros, when you watch them from the webcam, they just look super calm, but you never know. Actually, I think they might be actually doing cartwheels inside, but you don't see that. They're just super calm, and everything is like a poker face.
So he's going for the vital point. Now, in order to kill, he has to play K10. That's the only way to remove the eye, the second eye. There is no other way, huh? So White is really confident to kill this.
Yeah, well, White's saying probably he can play a Tengen, right? That's the move he's looking at. Well, at this point, it's actually the only move, right?
Looks
if you play anything else, it's not working.
Yeah. If you play a move like this, you just...
Then White just lives. Then White loses the game.
So he has to take away the eye.
Yeah, he has to take away
maybe he will buy some more time playing another forcing move on the bottom or something. Someone was mentioning R8 as an endgame move. That can happen.
Yeah, later. Of course, not now. But okay, he's spends another move to buy some time.
But this is actually a pretty good move.
Oh yeah, but
because if Black simply captures the guys here,
yeah,
then he gets another center move, right?
Yeah, then maybe he can actually kill the stuff on the bottom, right?
You gotta take, right? Yeah.
Or maybe White should have Atari first.
Fine again. Oh yeah, tie on the 2 stones.
So yeah, before. Okay, now he didn't do that.
So if you cut, can White use this?
Well, Black just connects, right?
Yeah. And we're back to.
You got one. You got one
center. Time for the Atari.
Then you missed P2.
Yeah. So on the P2, you will take these guys, and then you lose the semi.
Yeah. But actually, I feel like there's a low on time that this is just one of the casualties of the time Suji.
But these time Sujis can backfire sometimes.
So my question is, what if Black just Tanukis and just make sure he lives the center? Is that going to be too much damage?
Well, if he goes for this move, then Atari first, and then just here, because it's even if it's a snapback, White will save this in center.
Okay. So that is quite big actually.
Yeah, and then he blocks here, so he kills everything on the bottom. If this happens,
okay, Black might have second thoughts about that.
Then we have a winner.
Okay, so Black has to fix probably.
Yeah. Black pushes. That's also surprising. Also this way. Ah. If he blocks, maybe he doesn't.
Oh, what?
Maybe he played the empty triangle, no? What if he plays the empty? So it's either block N2 or O4. But O4, then black goes down, white saves the guys. In Kote, and black lives in the middle.
Wait.
And do we still have a close game? Or you're looking at this move? Hane?
But then black can hold
Correct.
at 04, right?
Yeah. And then
he can
you
still
want to
manage.
take away liberty. Or maybe Atari first.
Sure. Let's get it where still can. And then block,
How is the
probably.
situation here?
Yeah, can you manage?
And then kept these guys.
And then Hane?
And how are the liberties? Just Hane, huh?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Against.
Oh, then white barely wins, right?
Yeah. He's losing more stones.
Although he's gonna have to drop the 3 stones. He has to give up the 3 stones.
Yeah.
As well. So he takes the 6 the 5 black stones.
He will attack.
Yeah.
And there is no magic here, huh? No, not much.
But I mean, like in the game, this leaves some chances, right? Like white could actually really squeeze at 04. By the way, just a quick interjection. Both players are in sudden death time now. So actually, this is both of them are in the last period. So this is really a match on the knife's edge. White really has to react. He's down to 7, 6, 5 seconds. He's gonna play a move.
04, huh?
He's gonna play a move. Oh yes. Oh, he kills.
Yeah, he
buys all this time to actually read that sequence out, I assume. And now he's gonna try go for the kill. Oh, this looks like this one's a good game as well.
Yeah, it's thrilling. I'm pretty sure this game won't finish on points. I mean, we probably won't see a counting and a very close game. Unless they make some crazy trades and in the end it's still going to be like 50-50, so yeah. But it's not really easy for black to make 2 eyes actually. Well, he's probably trying to figure out a way to use the J for Haji.
Yeah.
But
black must react now. He's down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh, he plays one move. Does that work? But I feel like white can kill this. Can't he? If he just squeezes. Yeah, then he just kills, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a variation that like almost doesn't work, but it looks like working.
Black will probably start from Atari K8, right? And then end up in a co-fight.
This is mad. This is crazy.
It's not really a co actually. So Atari first, then connect. Then if you play this move, white cuts, right? And then that's only a false eye. Ouch.
Then it's dead.
Bad news for black.
Oh no.
So maybe he's trying a different move here, huh? Yeah, Atari, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Connect is the only move. And now black maybe tries something like a bump, H10, and allow this Atari, then jump, and Hane.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, how about trying to escape this way?
So can white
because
turn?
He can turn and then Kemo.
Yeah, and then first push, I guess?
Push, yeah. Or maybe peep.
Or yeah, peep might be better. Yeah, you're right.
And then some. Well, how you answer this? Take away some liberties or just connect? But then it's difficult to catch in the net. Black seems like he's quite solid, so what is he in 3 seconds? I mean,
feels like white cannot hold the net together because white he has so many weaknesses. Yeah, this is not working actually.
There is
Then
a
white
damage to
collapses
Mali, shortage
like
of liberties.
Uh-huh.
And the other way, it's probably the same thing, huh? Or
Oh
not
my
really.
god.
Oh wait, this is a bit different, huh? Because white has a ladder here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll still push and cut.
Ooh.
Let's go back to the actual game.
Yeah, so the black actually just peeped.
So he
That's-
didn't
that's
bump, right?
okay.
Oh, he peeped directly. Okay. And white has to connect.
Just a quick
Oh. I think the bump is still a valid move.
Mm-hmm.
It seems hard to kill actually. Gives me a headache. Maybe I need a glass of wine to read this out.
Yeah. Well, that's what the proctors are for.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
they don't allow wine
That's
for the commenters.
I don't think that's the.
For the commentators. Yeah, so the bump is coming anyway.
So okay, white has to Atari, right? Yeah, white's to Atari for sure.
There's another way. How about Hane? Ah, no, he cannot. I mean, if he Hane here, to make sure black doesn't go out and black connects, then there's a co-fight like this, no?
Yeah, which would be
this
crazy.
is an option for black to fight the co and live in the middle. And well, no other way, huh? Because if he tries to avoid
I feel like this. Yeah,
this
white
will
gets
be
out in the
completely
center
dead, huh?
is too.
Yeah. Or okay. No way out.
Yeah, like this is definitely dead.
The
But
Hane
then also, if black connects out, then black has the upper hand in terms of getting out.
Yeah,
right?
he played the Hane. He
Yeah.
doesn't want black to go out. It was hard to catch in a net, so impressive how fast and accurate Artem can read under time pressure here. Huh?
Oh my god. Just a quick update on the OGS status. Actually, there are about, I think, 315 people spectating right now, including 6 pros. So,
Nice.
of course, two of them are players, but then we've got Hajin, of course, former Korean 4-dan professional in chat. Pavel is watching there. Of course, Tanguy Lecawe, the new French 1-dan professional, is also in chat there. Andy is keenly following the proceedings as well.
Yeah, this fight will decide the game. It's the last critical moment, so he's going for the call.
Yeah, they're playing it. They're playing it. Looks like we got a few more.
It's pretty forced, yeah. You gotta cut.
Yeah. We got a few more strong amateurs there. Of course, Remy Campani, he's in chat. Uber Dude, also Albert Yen, he's there on OGS as well. So all of these are very strong players. We really have a very huge following with
crowd,
this game.
Huh?
Yeah. So everyone casting
I don't
their
see any
eyes
option here. Huh? J8 is pretty much the only move if he wants to go for the co-fight and leave. Is there any other option?
This has to be it, right? This must be it.
Yeah, it's forced. Well, it's still something for black if he manages the co and then leave inside big and ruin all that center. But yeah, so that's the option. Now white will Atari, right?
Yeah, he must Atari. No other way.
Yeah. And then black.
Oh yeah, black just pulls. So I think of course both players are still trying to get the most out of their game. Here is to just read.
So here black can actually Tanuki, right? And still fight the call. How about that idea?
Ooh, that's
going down here. Get rid of the RG, and then white captures, and now fight the call.
Well, but then it becomes like a.
Yeah, it goes back to the original trade, huh? But
yeah, but then
huh?
But then black cannot finish the co in one move. He still has to.
Yeah, it's a coin.
He can really pull the trigger right now and start a co immediately,
Of course.
And
which
he's gonna do it. Oh, he's doing it. All right, so we have a big cove.
Huge cove.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What's going on? I'm freaking out.
So this is going to decide the game.
Yeah.
It's the less critical moment of the game for sure.
Mm.
Solving this cove fight in the middle. Cove for life or cove for kill? How would you put it?
Depends on which side you're on. I guess if you're in the well, I would assume you're the EGF camp. We're supposed to be neutral here. You can actually, you can still root for your favorite players in the polls. By the way, just even right now, you can still do that from our Twitch polls underneath the video player. We're just gonna do a quick check-in on those. Actually, I think 19 out of 20 voted for Artem. So Artem really has a huge
this is a good local portrait here actually
on Twitch. And I think 10 people are still saying there's going to be a 5-3 finish from Team EGF.
Yeah.
But actually, anything can happen. Yeah, Black is.
Let's see what happens with this game first. Huh?
Yeah.
If Artem wins this game, then we can think about the 5-3 finish. But so far, it's really unclear. White should connect here. Can hit an OK and kill all. So connect.
Well, I think either way, either way, we're definitely guaranteed for some really good games because when we get down to at least one of Ilya or Ryan would play, and these people are super strong, so you never know what's gonna happen with that. And when we go to game 8, we just
back to the call.
It's another coin toss,
Flip coin, yeah.
Anything can happen. Okay, so White's gonna find co-threats on the bottom, right? He's gonna play at N2 and try to threaten to kill the whole thing on the bottom, but
yeah, that looks like a pretty good co-threat.
But actually, if White kills at 04, Black can still link up, right? So Black doesn't die fully; he dies partially.
Yeah.
So White kills the bottom right.
Huh?
Then Black just steals everything.
And then we have to count the game. Oh.
Yeah.
That will be complex. It's a really big call.
Actually, N2 is not a good co-threat, I feel, because even if White plays the Atari. Yeah. But of course, right now he has to do it, I think. But, if Black just ignores,
but
I think even if White plays the Atari, Black can just link up. In the future, he can still throw in a P4, right? So White, the only thing that White captured cleanly after that co-threat would be the 4 stones.
Yeah, exactly. When he plays 04, he captures those stones, and he's feeling a step back with the others. But he captures them in center, and then he can take the other 4. I mean, if something like this happens, and you go for 04,
right.
White plays a snapback. Actually, before 04, yeah, you gotta do that. Then Atari, then capture.
No. The problem is what if Black doesn't do that? What if Black plays E2 to save his stones?
Which one? Right away, like this?
Yeah, immediately. Or actually,
But then,
yeah.
He needs to do something in the center. He answered.
Oh, he answers. Okay, cool.
So this was the co-threat, right? The Hane, and Black has to eliminate the call, right? If he eliminates the call, we're talking about Atari here. Huh?
Yeah, and then Black just.
And then and now the E2 clamp.
What I meant was the capture. Like Black can still throw in at P4. It's unclean. Right?
No, but it's White's turn, right? After he connects under. Actually, he can even play all these moves.
Yeah.
Or there will be another call. But how will this be on points?
Ooh.
It's a lot to count.
Yeah. We have absolutely.
We have
our minds are being blown. It's really hard to make a definitive claim on who's going to win here.
So he connected, he answered the call threat, then back to the call.
Yeah.
Now a push, which is a local threat.
Oh, Black has so many local threats as well. Oh my god. And he's gonna take back, right?
He's got 2 more here. Huh? Well, this is a damaging call threat to play 013, but at least he creates 1 more threat with that move locally.
Mm-hmm.
And now white has some more threats here. Huh?
Okay.
But which one? Connect solid? Take away liberty? Maybe taking away liberty is the good style. So he can hane and keep going.
Wait, which one? Sorry.
L2.
Aha. And then forcing black to cut, probably, right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course. So like this is actually much larger casualty than before, because black answered. Now it's certain that white will capture all the stones.
That's interesting too. To play, I just saw the chat. Someone suggested R8 and try to kill the right side, I guess.
Oh, but yeah, is that gonna be big enough?
So connecting here.
I mean, first of all, there's the peep. There's the peep at P13, right? So you have all these.
Yeah, it's not easy to kill that right side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing R8, R9.
I would find that very difficult.
So black will catch these guys now. P4.
Probably.
You think he counted and he goes for a trade? Leaves in the center, gives the bottom. I guess.
You know what? If he
you better take what you can take first.
If he counts this properly and wins the game from here, right, and it turns out to be right, we can do nothing but offer our chapeau to him.
Yeah.
So.
No, he cuts.
Mm-hmm.
So the call just goes on. Now, P13 peep or O13 push. These are his last local threats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you would play a damaging call threat like O13 if you're sure that you're going to win the call. Otherwise, you don't really want to encounter some minus just to get an extra call threat and then still lose the call.
Oh my god.
How about black will just cut 3 stones and
you think that's enough?
Damage the center.
White kills everything in the center, doesn't he?
Cut, connect, Nobi, looking for a cutting point or just take. Yeah, but white has to pay attention.
White peeps,
there's
right?
Another, yeah. There's also a cutting point around here, so he needs to play more. Huh?
Yeah.
But he's losing some points. In the end, the center is not as big as it looked before. Can he cut? Oh, this is super dangerous, actually. In the end. Atari, counter Atari.
I think white can manage, but it's like a Samidori, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even this becomes a capturing race.
Oh, throw in.
Oh my god.
That's annoying. And it's a threat. So that's a local threat.
Yeah.
It's good. So take back the call.
On the flip side, you have to say though, because black makes all these local code threats. If he does lose the code, then there'll be more damage dealt to him than before, because he's actually. Yeah.
Actually, G11 didn't lose that much.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's not a huge amount, but just a tiny.
Yeah. It's slightly self-damaging.
Yeah.
But so would be O13. Huh? It's not really like a huge loss. But it's bad style or bad taste to lose stones like that or points.
But I mean, at the moment, if you can find one crucial code threat, then so be it, right? Black already. I think black already realizes that he has at least like 2 code threats I can see, like the push at O13, right? If he really needs it.
Here, do you think he takes here or he takes here? I would take the 5 stones.
Yeah, I'll take 5 stones too.
To get rid of.
Just to stay clean.
Because if he takes here, white has another threat, and then you still need to take the 5 stones.
That's true. Yeah.
That's an aspect of the co-fi that many Q players are not even aware of. How to respond in a way to get rid of more code threats or to keep your opponent short on code threats.
Minimize code threats.
Yeah. or when you play a code threat, you should find a way to get more. So here, if just peep, it's one threat. But if you play from the inside,
what I'm saying is you can even push. Yeah, there's one more kill threat.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, it's damaging, but based on what the gravity of the situation, you might as well find one more kill threat than save a few points, I guess.
So actually here white has some more threats, like Atari, or not really.
Well, which Atari do you mean?
Q1, I mean later on.
Oh, it's not going to be large enough?
So if white, black goes here, and plays this one, then Atari, then let's say black leaves, white takes this one, and black can escape, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Not great.
Well, then even there's some forcing moves in the center, because like if black's 5 stones are connected underneath, then you can even have some forcing moves.
But white plays these forcing moves first, so you don't really go out with J5. So.
What I meant was like H6 or something.
Yeah, and the center just
because like then you then you can reduce a few points, of course.
So Q1 is not really a code threat for white.
Somehow I feel like black is the upper hand here. Oh, he's gonna push, right? He's pushing.
Yeah, he's playing from the side.
He's doing everything it takes to win the cone now.
He has to. So this call will really decide the game.
Well, then the question is, can white kill the right side, right? Because when black pushes, then he also really damages the right side.
True.
So white's gonna maybe look for a coast threat there now.
You're looking for a threat like this, and then you black leaves.
Yeah,
push
exactly.
Once. Then how can you leave?
Not sure. Don't see a way.
Atari helps? No, it doesn't. The bomb.
No, it doesn't.
Well, if you just pull back, you want to stress the cutting point, but that's not enough space, huh?
Yeah.
That's just that.
Also, obviously, black doesn't have a lot of liberty, so it's gonna be hard to make any capturing race.
So maybe on this move, black will answer.
Oh yeah, but that's a code threat, right?
Yeah.
So this is actually not as simply over as
not as
seem.
hopeless as it looks, huh? As the first
game.
So he's happy to kill these guys. Is it enough? Oh, but he can kill them on a pretty large scale, because he can make a knife.
Oh! He actually, wow! He didn't even touch the. He's just saying he's saying these are dead, and then even if black lives, he's got.
But he kills them this way, right?
Which way?
This way.
Oh, black just takes. Oh my god.
Yeah, he has to. So now white will probably go down.
You mean on the right side?
In order to maximize now. Yeah, he has to play P1 or O1. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not going to be enough points. That's the question.
It's the same thing, right? If he plays here. So now we're probably going to count the game.
Yeah.
Or we should at least try. I'm not sure, because black got some minus in the middle fighting the core, right? And he lost these guys on the bottom. And how is the right side? Nothing really.
I feel like I actually feel like that was not a good choice for white, actually. I'm not sure.
Let's try to count some points here.
Yeah, definitely.
So there are these 2 stones for black. That's 4 points. Oh, my marks went away. So there's like 20 points in this area, in this corner. And I guess he's connected on the right side. Yeah. So more than 20 points here. In the middle, 1, 2, 3.
You can use the pen tool if you want, by the way.
We better count. You
can draw stuff on the board as well. We have some pretty cool.
Yeah. So we're back to this. How many points we had here so far? All these guys. There's like 25 points in this area that he can consider secure. And then here we have like 10 plus another 2, 3, up to 15 in this corner. And this corner, it's another 12 to 15. I don't know exactly. Because white got a lot on the bottom and he has a lot in the top. So that's why black reduces here now.
Yeah.
That looks proper. So he captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stones there. That's 20 points. Plus the surrounding territory. Almost like 30 points more.
My brain's fried already. I'll let you count.
I'm fried from the sun. Phew, that's also difficult. So.
But better than being fried from the go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go with.
It's pretty close actually. I don't think black will go for the 2 stones here at age 18. Feels like.
It feels like Gote, right?
Yeah. So what they played? Oh, the push.
Oh, okay. This one, just Sente.
Just maximize. Yeah, it's another time switch move.
Yeah.
So white is actually looking good overall. Because he captured all those stones and the surrounding territory is pretty promising too. And he's still thick. I mean, that thickness can grow a few points here and there.
Right. So that's why when we mentioned the local code threats.
Oh, and actually here when M1, white will just push, and that's a short one eye versus no eye. So.
Yeah. That's not gonna. That doesn't work for black.
Maybe living in the center was quite expensive for black. Now this cut is to buy some time. Atari is the only move. Will he play the other Ataris too and jump out? Oh, that creates the cemetery on the right side. So white will be forced to play 4 moves inside eventually.
Yeah.
Or at least 3 more. But this kind of squeeze is good to buy some time. I think black will eventually extend on the left side. He's like the last open area to play.
Wow. I think so. That was that time CG? Might be a time CG. I think black was very long time.
So this was like the last critical moment of the game. The co-fight. Look. He got the point.
Yeah.
The largest move. And now they proceed
black
with
takes a large point. Okay.
more endgame moves, huh?
Yeah.
Well, next move from here would be to jump again to C10 and enclose the entire left side.
Yeah.
White maybe is also thinking to rescue the G18 stones eventually and then push and cut. But if he just connects under, black can jump and then give up the 3 stones on a smaller scale. Now maybe just C10, or there are better ways. It's okay.
Is there some Aji in the top left corner or not really?
Are you looking at Hane?
Yeah, something fishy going on.
Well, yeah, if the 2 stones in the top are dead, it's hard to do much. But maybe you're thinking to try this move and then hope for a connection.
Okay, first he jumps.
This jump. He wants to see if black will push and cut.
Still a lot can happen, I think.
Can he push and cut actually? Let's see what happens here. This, and then this kind of Tsuji. And push again. And now Atari. Then turn. Atari cut.
Is there?
Wow, this would be interesting.
There's an Atari though.
Yeah, there is an Atari here. Huh?
So
But
do
does it work?
you game much? Maybe not.
Yeah, you kill this group.
Yeah, but
The side. But he lost only. He didn't lose much, no? Oh, I missed a double Atari. Which double Atari? This is not a problem, huh? To lose 2 stones.
Yeah, but so how is this points
talking.
Like what?
No,
of course, Black loses
good
5 stones, but White also gains some Black also gains some points by capturing stuff.
Yeah, but those captures are actually inside Black's territory, so White didn't lose almost anything. Okay, because normally, it's like this, huh? So if you play this, and this, Black makes that territory, right? Yeah. But you don't catch the 5 stones. I think the trade is good if it happens that way. Oh, he plays the Atari.
Ataris. Okay, White takes.
That's a little different, huh? Why Q11 and not R10? That's my
can you push and cut? Is that working?
Let me check again.
Yeah.
Why Q11 and not R10? You mean this way? Here I thought just connect. And then try to use this move. Maybe top Aoki tried. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure actually, because when you play here, there is the Atari, and then the Hane. And now you can only connect under. Because this one doesn't work anymore. Yeah. So let's see their order of moves. First Atari. Oh wait, I went on the wrong path.
Oh wow.
Atari.
First Atari, yeah, then push and cut.
And then maybe something around S13. This push is actually sneaky, huh? Or he can go back to this.
Actually, can he can White attach?
You mean this?
Q11? No. Q11.
Okay.
That looks like a move that works, right?
That looks like we're back to the You cannot.
Well, no, actually a bit better. It's better for White because Black already made the Atari exchange.
Yeah. And then
now if you do this and then you just Atari along the way, and then you can even
cut right away or Atari first.
Like this way, White gains even more.
Why don't you just extend again? Huh? And then in the end,
I mean, he can even just Atari.
You mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah.
And this is even better because
this is nice.
Black made a bad exchange, it turns out.
Yeah, so that was not so brilliant, but it was time pressure. Huh? So did he try the move? Oh, he tries the K-Mouse.
Oh, directly, okay.
Oh, and next he tries that one.
Maybe now he's going to do the attach.
Probably going, yeah.
Yeah. How about this one?
And then again a cut, right? But then it's Atari like this.
No, first you Atari there. You Atari at S10.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And then the Atari here. Huh?
But this is not as great as the other one, huh? This is actually,
this is back to the original formation, yeah. But why still gain something, huh?
Yeah.
Because he's fighting inside Black's territory and he kills the tail, so. This is the original game? Let me check. I'm getting confused. Yeah, so he still plays the decision.
Black just pushes.
So his only option is to push. But I think if this happens and White was slightly ahead before. So he starts from this push. That's more sneaky, huh?
Ooh. Now he pushes, okay. Oh, does that work now?
So we're looking at this.
If black cuts, then white pushes, right?
Yeah, but then you're back to Atari.
Then Atari.
Take Atari again. Then some
Okay,
Atari from behind.
Take something from top.
Which?
This.
But this is
no. Like black takes.
So wait, we're pushing here.
Yeah.
Block. Atari. Take.
Atari again.
Atari here, right?
Yeah, then take. Okay, white gets the 2 stones in center.
Yeah, you want to connect under? Ouch.
But it feels painful though, right? Because white gets stuff in center, and then even they're throwing ins, and that's center as well.
So black just needs time to read more. Huh?
Yeah, I think both of them are low on time actually. But actually, this move still has some value because if black can connect the central 3 stones, like assuming that he's going to Ari at H4, he can make it like a semi-dory, right? So
he will give up those stones.
Oh, he gave up. Okay, he
gave
up.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna Atari or do something else.
Looks tough for black now. Well, we didn't count the left side if he jumps again here.
I wonder if losing the top right black stones was inevitable for black, but that felt like a big loss.
Well, there is no other way than to link under and lose more stones in center, which is painful anyway. Huh?
Yeah. So my question is about black's choice to push a cut earlier, because after.
So we're back to this.
But the Taro is not a good exchange.
Yeah, but if he plays here and white plays the bamboo connection, he needs another move to stay alive. Probably this one. And that's painful also. So cutting shows some fighting spirit.
Right.
If he plays away, he'll just collapse, no? And that's losing for sure.
Oh, well, if he...
So pushing and cutting
I see.
Was quite necessary. But did he have to play the Atari before?
It's inevitable.
Was there some double Atari miss here? Let me check. In the original variation.
Yeah.
So Atari. Now the double Atari. Oh, this is the one I missed. So this is actually. But he can get. No, wait a second. He can lose these 4 stones and still kill the right side, no?
Yeah, but is that going to be big enough? Because black captured the 4 stones in center, right?
Yeah, but black also lost plenty on the right side. He lost 6 stones now. Actually, 7 stones. And all that territory from black turned into white territory. So it's an interesting trade, but I guess white gains on this trade. But yeah, it was difficult. Yeah, it was difficult to read it out in sudden death. So this is the actual game again. And now.
Oh, he's gonna make a semi-dory, yeah.
Right.
So white's gonna have to fill in all these spots, I think.
But white doesn't have to play right away, huh? Oh no, he does.
Can white Tanuki? If black, so white's gonna connect now, right? And then black's gonna connect.
So if white Tanuki, and black takes away this liberty.
Probably K6.
Then this.
Oh, then white just.
Yeah, but white.
Then he loses the tail.
Everything.
Oh, then he loses everything.
No, the tail. If he's like this, he loses everything.
Yeah.
But this would be super painful.
Oh.
So he has.
Okay, he has to fix.
5 against 4. Yeah, but he has to play 4 more moves inside.
Oh, so even the turn is empty, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Black is probably going to use this turn as time switch again.
Yeah.
It felt
But
good
actually,
for
I mean,
those guys,
if he doesn't, but if he doesn't
now Black is
play
center.
it, White could take that away in the future.
So I'm really not sure which move is bigger. Yeah, he will do
He
that.
turns,
And
yeah.
now White has to play it too. It's hard to choose between this one, which feels pretty big, and maybe capture the 2 stones. No, C10, I guess.
It looks like we're heading for the midnight mark again.
Yeah.
I know about
Well,
you.
it's past midnight here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And in Ukraine, so yeah.
Sure.
Romania is 1 hour ahead of Central European time.
So well, actually, Ukraine is even further, right?
No, I think it's the same time zone.
Same time as Romania?
Russia is 1 hour ahead.
Okay.
So Black has a lot on the left side if he plays that move. Is he looking for another forcing move to buy time? Maybe K7?
Possible.
Yeah.
But of course, you don't want to do this like too much when it's unnecessary, because then you just lose co-threats.
So I was wondering if it's better to capture the 2 stones or extend on the left side. So Eric
probably. I mean, if you capture the 2 stones, it also eliminates a lot of Haji, right?
Yeah.
So then like D18 is meaningless now.
Right.
Which probably helps a little bit, and also you get. I mean,
so like
this, if White Hane is, then Black can even connect. Like Atari and connect.
I think if White plays a move like C10 and Black jumps in the middle or something, White can think about using this move in order to activate the Hajin on the left side.
That's true.
Or maybe this.
My head actually hurts.
But Hane is center.
There you go. Just another example of how simple this game can be when you get started to learn basic rules. How mind blowing it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but that B14, it's still a long shot. You need C10 and then. So here I didn't want to allow Black play the Hane in center. So maybe he thought if he plays on the left side,
Black's gonna get this.
Yeah. And like that, it's another Semidori here soon. And then he keeps playing inside. I thought the game would just end when they had the fight in the middle and. But it's actually not really that. And now Black can consider.
Black can even connect. Yeah.
Yeah, Black can actually Tenuki. If he connects, I think he will connect like this.
Yeah, sure.
Because if he connects in the top, then he has to defend again against this peep. But if he plays here, he captures already. And this is a nice sequence for the double DGQ players, because Black has a snapback. And it's pretty hard to spot snapbacks in the early days.
Yeah.
I know I have students who are like 12Q and they always miss snapbacks.
It was a good time when snapbacks are the only thing you worry about. and then as you climb up the ladder, you realize there are so many more things in Go that could really mess you up, not just the snapbacks.
Well, this kind of defense, it's a move to get rid of the forcing move. So you want to have a
clean up that G.
Yeah, clean defense. So push here, it's pretty center. Block, Atari, take. But now it gets easier to count. So in the top right corner, we have how many captures? 13 stones, dead, 26 points. And the surrounding territory is how much? Another 25.
Sorry.
Almost
Sorry to
30
say it.
points, huh? So let's say it's more than 50 points in that top right corner. That's a pretty
For
huge
white.
territory.
Wow, that's huge. That's
in
huge.
one place.
Yeah.
And the bottom got smaller now.
Well, because white has to fill in, right? Everything.
Here he needs to push again.
Oh.
And then connect. He has to. Otherwise, the guy's done.
But that's actually sente for white, no?
It should be a push.
Yeah, so black has to fix even.
Yeah, so why he didn't just block?
Right. Yeah, so why didn't he block?
He block, Atari, and take, or connect. Like this, it seems he's losing more points. Or maybe, oh yeah.
Either way is sente for white. For white, sorry.
Yeah, but maybe he's baiting him into pushing here. Then leave the position like this, play something on the left side. I would then he just lose more stones, and now he's got it for white.
Oh my god.
Do you think he has this plan in mind?
That's possible.
It's pretty big, huh? Or maybe white will take the left side. Oh,
so he didn't fall into the trap. Oh my god. You might be right on this one.
I think it's the only reason I can find for S10 instead of playing S11. S11 would be 100% good, but S10 it's not necessarily good. And the thing with S10 is that now black can play here and capture the two stones.
Yeah,
so at least he gives himself this option.
But then again, well, how about the Aji of B14, right? Black's gonna have to fix it, right?
But that B14 is also not so clear. Huh? So if black plays here and tries to kill everything, can white really live? You should read this out. You're younger, more energy. How is
well,
this?
I say that and then I look at Arvid and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so old.
I see. This jump, it's actually this is big. I wonder if white connects actually. I mean, take the 3 stones. So once again, we have like 50 points in the top.
Right.
And how much on the bottom? Less than 20 in this area. He'll take those.
Okay, he takes the stones.
15 and almost 20. That's 70. And Komi, how are we looking on prisoners? Alpha Leader has 5 more prisoners. Yeah,
that's true.
So we have to forget about the Komi just to compensate that. So there are like 70 points for white, and how much for black? We never counted black in this game. There are like 25 on the right side, about 4 in the center, so that's close to 30. And the left side it's 10, 12. Okay, that's 40 plus another about 30 in the top left. It's also 70-ish. It's super close. Wow.
Oh my god. Is it gonna be a half pointer again?
So that's why he played S10 to leave this option. And now white has to try something in the top left.
So how about B14? Is it gonna work? It really feels like there's something there.
Yeah, it looks like a Tesuji to play B14. Otherwise, black will just build too much in the top left, and now he got 2 more stones here. And we should recount the right side, and that's too long. Takes too much time. Yeah.
But actually, if you really want to win this game,
you gotta count all the time.
Yeah, you have to buckle down and really count accurately. That's a pretty big point. Oh, okay, white's coming in now. I was gonna say that's a pretty big point black just took at P11. That's huge.
So C14, not B14. That looks more like a pretty solid invasion. So this way he can create a coin in the corner with B16 and B18. So will black just play Kosumi b15? Or maybe Kosumi d13? But d13 it's a bit, you know?
I guess if black was leading by a lot, he could just play safe and play at b15, right? Just to eliminate all the agi.
Yeah. But then white will separate.
But that's if black is winning by a lot, because this way black also loses points.
Mm.
Most definitely.
This way will probably be like this. And then attach.
But then white can cut. Okay, he can just, he can just
okay,
attach.
okay. If you can
no, actually, to cut might be too much, because white cannot
how is this?
Handle the stones, right? He cannot kill the
probably not enough liberties.
E14.
So okay. But he went for this for the other Kosumi, trying to kill everything. So now white will probably push and cut. I don't think he will push and just go down, but that's an option too. Huh? Can he try this? Dangerous. And then gain some liberties here. Yeah, he has to push. In fact, this is also super dangerous. If white managed to connect the center stones and somehow cut black group in the middle, then in the end, black will only have one eye with f18. So we will see a huge dragon that. But okay, I'm just dreaming. It's past me.
Wait, actually, because b14 is actually always there, right? At white's at disposal, so he can play that to threaten, for example, b16.
White must get something from this fight.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the last critical moment of the game. Maybe finishing the co-fight in the middle was not the last thing to see in this particular game. So Hane, then b14 or cut. It's one of these moves.
Actually, I think it's super close right now.
Or maybe Hane in the corner.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the Suji here. b14 seems interesting. Or maybe attach.
Oh, you mean attach a b12?
b12, yeah. Artem came under.
And then pull back, right?
So attach, then this, then this, then this, then push once to see if Hane or Nobi. I guess Hane.
Well, if like Hane, then why just lives?
White
right?
has this, yeah.
Yeah, then why just lives?
But he will play the b14, right? That's the actual move.
Yeah.
My original Tetsuji.
So.
Yeah, because
that white will shortly
going down, it seems to create more options. Like he can play the attach under, or he can use the cut and then try to connect, and also it gives more liberties.
Yeah.
Expands white's liberties that way. So the game became completely random according to Lila Zero.
Well, that's always a fitting finish to an exciting game, huh?
Exactly.
It's every time we watch a game like this.
This way.
Oh my god!
This looks like white can leave. Yeah.
Yeah. Why just does that? Okay, was black a wedge, right? Black must wedge.
You mean here?
Yeah.
So then he'll just leave.
Yeah, that's fine, but he has to limit damage, right? Otherwise, if white lives everywhere, then he loses everything.
So then, I wonder if taking the 2 stones on the right side at Q11 was really that big. Let's go back a little bit.
I mean, that could be the losing move, like every.
Okay, jumping here was good, but then why not
fix?
this kind of move? or maybe one space jump.
Even I mean, yeah, greedier.
This is greedy, huh? But it looks like it might work. Or maybe Kosumi here.
I was thinking about that too, because like then you can get even more points. It's super greedy.
White will probably reduce that way, and then he will push here.
Yeah, that's Sente.
But still, the left side looks bigger than catching the 2 stones.
Wait, actually, wait a second. Is Black 7 necessary?
You're right.
It's not Sente.
No.
I had thought it was Sente, but
yeah.
Sente, actually.
There is an extra liberty.
So
you're
why
right.
did
he can why play did he here.
Yeah. It's not working actually.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he took the 2 stones.
So maybe he missed
he thought
the Hajin in there.
But let's see how White lives on the left side, how big he can make that life. Can he live, by the way? Now White will connect. Sorry, Black will connect under. He can just play here. So the option would be to attach and go down. Huh? And then it's alive. If Hane, he plays here. If connect, he can push first, then Hane.
Even Hane again. And then live. Like this Black doesn't have enough points.
White or Black?
Black, right? Because White would just White would just steal everything. But is that a game?
Yeah,
that's the game that Black loses, right?
Yeah, so Black took these 2 stones and just donated the whole corner. Interesting.
Yeah, then the game is over, I think.
Yeah.
Because
we don't need to count again, huh?
You know what's the thing? Like if White pushes, actually, if you look at the whole top right, top left Black group, it doesn't
maybe
really have 2 eyes even. He has 1 eye, not 2 eyes.
Wow.
Then it's super clear.
Well,
it looks like Black just resigned. So my game is kind of frozen here, but we can take a quick look. I believe Black resigned. So it looks like Artem Kachanovskyi, the 2-down professional from Ukraine, carries the 4th win for Team EGF. Now Europe is 4-3 ahead. As we said already, this is the top left corner was way too much. After that, I think there's no way Black can come from that. But so looks like maybe Black, connecting at P11 might be the losing sequence, but we're not sure, of course. But either way, what an exciting game. This is just really awesome to witness. I mean, there was so much going back and forth, and there was so much drama. We just couldn't believe how toes are being fought. And
well, I'm quite happy for Artem because he's taking the match to another level, let's say. But what happened in this top left corner is still surprising. Actually, what happened in the end game in this area, it's quite a shock to see that Black lost all that potential. I mean, we were counting earlier and we were like, okay, Black will build 30 points in the corner and he's got the other points and so on. I think it's still a very close game, but losing everything there makes it so much easier. So maybe Eric was a little bit lucky in some games before, like the one against Shurma, but we don't want to open that topic again. And now he's losing a game where he got some chances to, well, I don't know. That fight in the middle was crazy with the Ko. And now this last fight. But I guess when he lost the top right corner stones, those 5 stones, it felt like White is going to win the game. So it was an exciting game for sure, and not an easy one to follow and
definitely
comment.
Well, of course, we can take a look at this later, but for now, I think we're just gonna take a short break, and we're gonna get the man who just won this great match, Mr. Artem Kachanovskyi, on a line with us really shortly. For now, we're just gonna go for one last break. So Artem is actually gonna, we're also gonna announce the next match. So please don't go away. Please stick around with us. But you also hear from Artem, of course, on his thoughts from winning this game. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. Looks like we've got the winner of this match. The Game 7 of the Transatlantic Professional Go Team Championship is finished, and we have with us on the line Mr. Artem Kachanovskyi, the 2-dan professional from Team EGF. He finally won this game after what has been a very, very exciting fight between him and Eric Hui, the 1-dan professional from Team AGA. Now he ends Eric's winning streak, and looks like Team EGF will carry a 4-3 narrow lead into game number 8. Artem, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, yeah, don't know what to say. That must have been exciting, right?
Yes, of course.
How did you feel about all those fights in the center, starting from the cut around M13? Were you confident that the game is going well for you, or it was more like a gamble? I felt it was like a ping pong.
Yeah, at some point felt like a good fight for me, but then I didn't feel so confident anymore when it was about this core.
The core in the center, right?
Yes, but then as a result, seemed like I was thinking good for white in the end, but not completely sure. And then after I take 5 stones, I think I felt more confident. And then I think
it looks like you have at least 70 points on the board.
And then I think he let me invade, and it was his final mistake. But I think at
when he
that
took
point
the 2 stones, right?
Probably at that point was already hopeless for him.
It's not close if Black managed to enclose the left side instead of taking the 2 stones. I think when he took the 2 stones on the right side, that's like the fatal error. So there's nothing.
So in the end, it was too much, right? Probably. So
I think
look, you got a great victory there. You actually have something very nice to celebrate next week. So we're actually gonna announce this right now. There's actually something in a change of our playing schedule, because Artem is actually having his second wedding. Is that right? In Romania.
Yes. So many weddings.
Next weekend. So congratulations, man. I really hope you have a wonderful time there. However, this means that in terms of the Transatlantic Professional Team Championship, Artem will not play next weekend during round 8, which means we will invoke a rule that was previously set there. There's something called a wild card, which means if one player for some reason cannot attend one match, then another player will substitute for him temporarily for this game. So this is actually what we're doing now. We can announce for you immediately that Ilya Shikshin will actually be the next player playing, well, the last man standing on Team AGA. That's Eric. Sorry, not Eric anymore. Ryan Lee, a professional from Canada. That's actually going to be our game 8. So Artem is going to be off to Romania to enjoy a great time. Actually, this means if Ilya wins the next game, I think we're just going to see a finish here. Europe will just win 5-3. and end the series. But if Ilya loses, then actually what's going to happen is we come back to the final game with Artem once again, and then we will have Artem versus Ryan as the final game at Game 9, if that happens. So if Ryan does win the match against Ilya, then we're going to have a dream situation where we get to a Game 9. We can actually announce the dates for you right away. Game 8 is going to take place next Sunday, so please stay tuned on the same channel next week this is 8 p.m. Central European Time, 2 p.m. U.S. East Coast Time. The Game 9, if it does happen, the final game, it will take place actually on the 14th of July. This is actually gonna we will bring some commentary in person at the US Go Congress. Yeah, certainly, Artem, I hope you look forward to coming back if you have a chance. But maybe Ilya's gonna finish everything for you now. But
so your next tournament is going to be the EGC or the Team Championship?
Team Championships and EGC. Well, maybe Transatlantic first, but I hope Ilya can manage.
So you want to celebrate for the next 2 weeks? I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially that in Romania they have this strong liquor, so you gotta be prepared, already. Stephen knows too from Vatra Dorne, right? In the Vado Cup, they probably gave you some palinka, and then the stream went smoothly. Anyway, amazing game and a nice opportunity to
great job. We wish you the best of luck on the next games, and looks like you're gonna be playing at the European Championship as well, right, in Brussels?
Yes.
All right. Are you what are your plans? Are you gonna win it?
Well, don't ask me.
Well, going to try my best.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Certainly, you've shown a very strong performance here, so we're so happy for you that you won a very close match. Of course, also commiserations to Eric, but you got to say he played a really good tournament as well. Definitely played his part, beating a lot of strong players such as Ali Jabbar and of course Pablo Lisi from the last game. So yeah, that's it for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of the Transatlantic stuff, please follow our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/USGoWeb. If you want to follow more about the actual tournament, you can go to our website at transatlanticgo.org. Artem, we wish you a good night.
Thank you.
Get some rest. And that's it. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for broadcasting as well.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you in Brussels, huh?
Yeah, we'll see you in Brussels. Yeah. Of course, also just at the very end of the stream, we also want to thank some people who worked behind the scenes. That's of course Michael Wanek for producing the stream, Mika Narias for actually helping me make some of the framework in the layouts in the main scenes. Of course, Maria Chaplina for designing the beautiful logo. Hajin Lee and Natalia Kovaleva for organizing this tournament, and of course the American Go Association, European Go Federation for sponsoring this tournament. So we're gonna try to make this an annual thing. If you wanna support us in the future, please use the hashtag once again, Transatlantic Go, Team EGF, Team AGA, or become an EGF AGA member, or just donate to our official website. Anyway, that's it for now. Cornel, I hope you have a good rest. It's like midnight now,
well,
so. Yeah, just go to bed. And
yeah, I have to be up early in the morning for some lessons. So it was really great to comment this game and to see another successful win from Artem for Europe, for the EGF. So.
Sure. Yeah, we're very glad to have you and guide us. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.